Hello, everybody. Happy New Year to everyone. Start of a brand new, I think, going to be a historical year on this channel. The first calendar year, hopefully, if everything goes well, that we'll have on this channel. We're going to go from January to December. So I'm so excited to go on a ride with you all the things that can happen now. We're now going to, we're at the midway point of the season. So we're gonna, everybody's telling me, "Oh, Anton, it's too early. It's too early. It's too early." Well, that shit can go away now because now we're, landing the plane. We're coming from midair. We're gonna land the plane from now until May. So much exciting stuff to go. And of course, what a much better way to start 2026 than see Man City drop points. Arsenal are now 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League. We are done, Cal. I don't know about you. We're done with the negative podcast. We're done with the GOONERS Defense League. Let's try to get back to where we were in October, November. Yeah, Barov?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic. Happy New Year to everyone as well. And, starting off the year with, absolutely obliterating Aston Villa to smithereens, wiping that smirk of Emi Martinez's his dumb face, and then watching Emery run like a baby into the tunnel, and then watching City drop points to Sunderland. This is absolutely amazing. And then we get also the icing, the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. Maresca out, Chelsea in flames. It's just perfection. 2026 has just been absolutely great for football right now, and hopefully for everyone as well. It's great for football, if you're an Arsenal fan at least, and it's for everyone else. I hope it's great in terms of your personal lives, your goals, family, friends, relationships, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, for everybody, forgot to make sure that I remember to say this. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing, guys. We're still on the same amount of subscriptions we were at the last episode. This year, right? I'm going to mark it. We started 2026. We're on 49 subs. By the end of 2026, I would love this channel to go over 1K. I know it's got the potential to do that. We're talking about 12 months of momentum building, of community building. Let's get that done, right? That's all minimum. Let's get this bad boy over 1K by the end of the year. I don't know if Cal's got the same notion, but that's kind of where I'm at here.
To be honest, 1K is so much, but sometimes when you start building momentum, you really build a lot. I'm hoping for 500, but like 1K is definitely, I think that's realistic, especially if we keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I don't hate to toot our own horns, but I know other Arsenal podcasts are doing what we're doing right now. I got to tell you, I don't know, by the way, I have so much love and respect. The reason why I watch these people, because they are like role models to me for a lot of other Arsenal pods out there. But sometimes they go on about topics and they underappreciate what's going on in front of their eyes. And they're not properly telling the stories sometimes. We get distracted by our own side chats and we're not paying attention to what is amazing. And that is the headline that I want to make sure that everyone soaks in today. Because for the last 3 weeks, we have been told, Man City, they're right behind you. Arsenal, this is unsustainable. You guys have only 1 goal from open play. The rest of them are own goals or a penalty. And, me and Cal are sitting here, a little bit upset with the performances and feeling anxious. And people are like, oh, is Emery a better coach than Arteta? Is Aston Villa gonna, beat Arsenal at the Emirates and go level on points and ruin everything? How funny would that be? That's been the conversation. Like, Arsenal are bottlers. Eventually you're going to bottle it. It's only a matter of time. But in this whole period, we've actually, since that Villa game, we've won. And this kind of, maybe you look back at it and look through the lens of where we are sitting now, all of those were important. Even the Wolves game, and we were sitting here and we were like, we can't find one good thing to say about it. Still 3 points.
Points on the board, man. I mean, to be honest with you, like Manchester City has been doing that as well. They have been putting points on the board, scraping by wins, nervy ends to games. And you know what like, you sometimes you just have to ride with them. You know what I'm saying? A win is a win is a win. And right now we need more wins. And what's amazing about the past couple of games as well is that we're putting together the performances and we're getting the wins as well. And Aston Villa was kind of like the culmination of that. You know, against Brighton, I think we saw that it was some of the best football I've seen us play attacking wise all season, and Odegaard was a part of that. And again, he had another masterclass, and we actually this time we scored the goals. So, you know, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, look, to be honest, maybe this is where what we should talk about to open up the thing, and that's kind of the headline. I feel, as I said, Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top of the league. We're at the halfway point of the season. We're not going to get a lot of time to kind of just revel in that because already, I believe tomorrow we have games, and the second half of the season starts again. And I believe it's like Aston Villa against Nottingham Forest. I think that kicks it off. And then we're going to play that same match, the same day as well. So things are moving really fast. So I think this is a key time to kind of sit there. We're at the note it halfway. We're 4 points clear. I remember we're having a chat, and this was prior to the Villa game at the start of December. We started this December, and I asked Cal this question. I said, "What points total if we end this busy month and we knew all the fixtures going on this month? What lead, sorry, would you feel comfortable and confident about?" And I believe your answer was 5, which is what it was at the
Yep.
time. It is
Yep.
4. So now we're going to re-answer the question, having seen how everything's played out. How are you feeling about where we're sitting at this point in the season? 4 points clear at the top of the league at the midway stage.
I I am happy with where we are personally. Um, I I can't there's you just can't complain with the results that we got in terms of based on just on the pure numbers and the fixtures that we had at the start of the season. I think looking at that fixture list, if you said you're going to get out of that with 45 points, I think a lot of Arsenal fans would take that a lot because, 45 points halfway through the season with the tougher half being front loaded is just that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's just good. And I would want more space between Man City, but we can't control what Man City does. At the end of the day, Man City just won more than I thought they would, to be honest with you. And I'm not gonna blame Arsenal for that. I think we won as much as we could, essentially. But like the only thing we could demand more is probably borderline perfection. So yeah, I'm very, very happy and I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, good. Okay, so your mind changed a little bit, like having seen the
Like,
context of which is
like
4 points.
context, and it's like, I mean, would I be even more confident with 5 points? Yes. But at the end of the day, I said we can't control whether City win or lose games. We have to do what we can, and we did. So how could you not be confident? I mean, and context is key based on the performances that we've had for the past couple of games. How do you not? How do you
Yeah.
not feel confident with Odegaard coming, like getting back into his best? Do you not feel
Mm.
confident with Gabriel being back? How do you not feel confident with Gabriel Jesus coming back and scoring? So yeah,
Mm. I mean, like, I think for me, again, I get a lot of shit about, oh, Anton, come on, you're holding on, man. Like when things aren't going well, people start getting upset at me personally, like about why I'm still so upbeat and still positive, and I'm still kind of clinging on to the Arsenal positivity thing. And the things you're seeing now is kind of the stuff that I was alluding to, which is like I don't always look at hey, how's things been so far? How are things right now in this moment? I also look at the possibilities of things that are yet to happen. When I get worried is when I don't see a room for improvement. I don't see any other variables in which this thing can get better. That's a very dark and depressing place to be. Like like Chelsea right now, they're in that place because you've seen them at their best. Their manager is now gone. They're about to hire a guy from France who's never been in, a job of this magnitude ever, their season is done. I would say to say that they might have a few good results here and there, but for the most part, big picture, it's not what it was before. They're that like they got Palmer back, all that stuff, right? Those extra movements at places where they can go where it can be positive aren't there for them. For us, we always was like the defense was unsettled. When we were looking shaky, I didn't think this is something that's going to be happening from now until May.
No, it was always just bide your time until the best center back in world football comes back. Bide your
Right.
time until we get the best center back pairing in world football back. And that's good. Like
Yeah,
our problems is
exactly.
just not the same as that other people had.
I
So
went into the Villa game and we didn't get to preview that game. And I said it on my personal channel, right? And this is before I knew that Declan Rice wouldn't be playing. I said, finally, Arteta, this is a big game. This is Aston Villa. Let's play what I call the death squad, which for me is, you can argue left back. Is it Calafiori? Is it Nkapie? By the way, what a fucking clinic did Nkapie put on against Villa playing at left back? Um, I'm so proud of it because that was literally what you saw was, with the exception of him slipping over on an Odegaard pass. What you saw was what I knew he could be, and I think there's still more to that as well because that's the first time
yeah.
he's really kind of played that with the rest of the back four there with Gabriel and Saliba and Timber. But whatever, forget about the Calafiori or Hincapi. Pick whichever your poison is, whatever. It works for me either way. Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Rice, Zubimendi. For me, Odegaard, Eze. I know Trossard's been amazing. He scores in big games, but for me, I still think Eze is that game changer that I can take. I can do shit that nobody else can do. I can, wow you. I have this next level that can pop off at any moment in the game. Eze, Saka, and still for me, I still believe Victor Gyökeres because the upside, and this is where I'm going to flip this on its head here. A lot of people are like, oh, Gyökeres can play. Even Cal a little bit is starting to get a little bit agitated here. But the way that I look at it is differently than I think most people, which is why people think I'm deluded. Which is, I know this man is capable of scoring 100 plus, 70 plus goal. Like the goals totals he had. He's man all of a sudden not become shit overnight. There is a world where all of a sudden we figure this shit out, and this guy, he's not going to hit sporting levels, but this guy is going to start, finding the back of the net. He's a serial goal scorer. That is still there, whether you believe it or not, whether off the evidence of you've seen, whether you think he's a good player or not, it's still within the variables of possibilities in the future. Eze, who, let's be honest, has been on the bench for the last two games, hasn't got a single second of the game. He showed you what he's capable of when he played Spurs. But for the most part, he's still struggling to kind of figure out his way into this team. Once Eze starts to figure out and becomes comfortable in this team and gets a role in this team and gains confidence and really feels like an Arsenal player, there's another level that we can go up to. Like, we saw what we did to Aston Villa without Declan Rice on the pitch. Now imagine if Declan Rice is on the pitch. There's every single game, I kind of feel like Arsenal's going into it and we're not at full strength. And
To be
the
honest with
midway
you,
point, we're at 45 points.
I,
Halfway
I
in the
have I
number.
have a
So,
different take on that. To be honest, I think if our players play to their level right now, like some of them play to the first half of their level, um, even some of the signings won't be getting into the team. When I think about Trossard, he has been either the best or the second best forward of the team. This has been Trossard's best stint so far for me in terms of impact and consistency, whether it be subbing or starting. Because even when Trossard was at his best before, it was always like, oh man, he's a super sub. But now he's starting games and he's absolutely killing it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it's not that, as a just, he's just isn't working out. So it's just because Trossard's keeping him out. Like when we say, like, I need Arsenal fans. When we say we have one of the best squads in Europe, I need you to actually believe it. I need you to actually believe it when we say
Or
it, because
understand what that means.
it means even players like Eze can't get into the team because Trossard and Odegaard, which is the positions he can play, which is the left wing and the 10, are just doing too well at the moment. Like, I'm sorry, you don't bench this version of Leandro Trossard for Eze.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't bench this version of Odegaard for Eze. You don't do it because they're just playing too well. And that's the thing. And that's the thing with this team. It's like sometimes it's just the competition's too stiff. Look at what Madueke and Martinelli's doing in the Champions League. Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, Martinelli wants to score every single Champions League match. Like, the guy's like addicted to scoring in the
Madueke
Champions
had
League.
a brilliant brace against Bruges.
Madueke, I think he came back from injury, and the 2 Champions League games that he plays, he scored in both of them.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's very hard to get into this team. It's not easy. It's like the only guys that are like bona fide starters that I'll tell you the bona fide starters for Arsenal Football Club.
Without shadow of a doubt, like there's no competition.
Gabriel, Saliba,
Right,
Saka,
obviously.
Rice, well, obviously Raya, Zubamendi. Do you think anyone else? Even Odegaard isn't 100% bona
Timber
fide.
maybe, but White can always challenge that spot.
Yeah. Like,
But
even if everyone's playing at their best.
For me, it's that spine. Like for me, it's like you go Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Rice, Zubamendi, and then from the attacking sense, Bukayo Saka.
Yeah,
right.
And even
everything else to me is
this version of Odegaard, like what we're seeing right now, which is like 22-23 Odegaard on steroids because he's just dictating more play. This version of Odegaard, like I don't care what Eze does, he's never taken that spot. Or if Odegaard continue playing like what he's doing, like I love Eze. I
to be honest,
almost
though,
cried when we signed him.
Rotation comes into play though, Cal.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I wouldn't be surprised if on Sunday Eze starts, because I don't think Arteta is starting Odegaard and playing him for 90 minutes 3 times inside of a 7-day period. Right? Yeah. He's not doing that. So
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so
you're right. But yeah, it's just so when you have a squad this big, I really don't think nitpicking on players and saying, oh, they don't play for a couple of games and you're losing your mind. People who are losing their mind because Waneri isn't starting games. It's like,
well,
dude,
people are thinking that people lose their mind, he's not even in the squad. But
yeah,
again,
because
here's the thing that this is the thing that drives me nuts, by the way, Cal, right? And you're gonna 1,000% agree with me, right? Look at Arsenal's depth chart. I hate to sound very American with you, right? In Arsenal's depth chart, Waneri is 3rd string. You know what 3rd string means? You're not the immediate backup. So in our best, everybody's healthy. He's not in the squad. So everyone's, oh, this is ridiculous. He's not in the squad. He's 3rd string. He's
dude is
18 years old.
Bro, like, he's not starting over Eze, guys. Like, come on. Eze can't even get minutes on the pitch because some of our players are doing too well. Like, you think if there's time for rotation, we're going to start Waneri over Eze? It's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And look, this is a great thing. This is what I was fucking saying when nobody believed it. Arsenal's got the best squad in the world. This is the shit that I was fucking seeing. And now that we have it, this is what kind of like driving me nuts. And we got to move on to some of the other topics. We've kind of overlapped some of our other topics in this conversation.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I think this was always coming because me and Cal were talking about this privately. And just ranting and raving about some of these points. Because sometimes it's like just real logic that people just completely miss out on, which is what Cal said. We have a great fucking team. Being a great team means you got so many options, meaning everybody's going to have to play at some point. And the beauty, I think, of it is, right? And you can really list off some great moments that some of our players have had this season. I think every player in this squad, I think even including Christian Norgard, is going to have their moment. They're going to have their time where they're going to impact this season in some sort of competition one way or another. and they're going to end up on the front of the thumbnail of our show before now at the end of the year. Some already have. Like, even
Eze's moment already happened, like the hat trick in the North London derby. That's like people are saying Eze isn't good enough. I'm hearing that talk, and it's like this guy just scored a hat trick like a couple weeks ago against Spurs. Like, what are we doing here? It's like, can we please calm down and relax? We have a good squad. Can we talk about how good some of the players are?
Even Madueke has had moments. He did a double up against Bruges. He scored the winner against Bayern Munich. I can already name.
Yeah, come on, man. Look at what Trossard's doing. Look at that goal he scored against
Martinelli.
Aston Villa.
Martinelli's had his moments. Martinelli scored the equalizer against City. He scored the winner against Bilbao. By the way, without that, our unbeaten record in the Champions League doesn't happen from day one.
Yeah.
Like, all these players, and by the way, this is my big Gyökeres thing, and I don't want to do Gyökeres Glock watch or whatever today because I'm fucking done with it, and I think it takes away from what this club is achieving, what these players are achieving overall when you nitpick. Because one thing I don't like is this: if you say, "Hey, I like Gabriel Jesus, I want Gabriel Jesus to start," fine, fair play, but it doesn't mean to be fall off by because I think Gyökeres is shit.
Yeah, I've been in some.
You know what I mean? Like that's a valid excuse. We talk about, hey, we want to see this guy starting all the time. That doesn't trigger people. What triggers people is that you say, I want to play this guy because I hate this guy.
Yeah, no.
That's what I don't like.
To be honest with you, I can understand why people want to play Jesus because he is looking.
Yeah, again, I can too.
He's looking like 22, 23 Jesus before the knees. That finish was good. I'm looking at him against Aston Villa. His hold-up play was actually really good. The dude's strong. Like,
by the way,
you see it like he's holding up play in the box and then like doing a dummy pass and stuff. Like he's doing, dudes. He might be a little small, but he's tough.
But people forget about this, right? We wrote this dude off when we're talking about the start of the season. We didn't even. I said, "Hey, one day Jesus," and you're like, "No." So let me stop you right there, buddy.
I basically treated Jesus like Tomiyasu. I basically treated Jesus like Tomiyasu. I was like, this guy doesn't exist. Like, I'm not talking about Jesus. Like, that was literally me at the start of the season. Now he's like actually like he's playing really well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? As much as I've said, and again, this is where I want to clarify my position, and Cal knows this about me because I just am an Arsenal defender. Like that means that includes every player on the team. You've heard me talk stuff about Marino, but if somebody in some context took shots at Marino, I defend him too, right? But even Kai Havertz, who has been used as a baton to hit Gyökeres with, by the way, and a so far non-existent baton because he's not even really played. He's going to have his moments in this season. That's another upside that we're going to have included. Yeah. But that was what
but we don't have to.
Gyökeres,
but when Kai Havertz has his moment, can we not shit on the other guys? Can we just not do that, please?
Right. But this is the one thing. This is the foresight you need to have, right? And this is where I will laugh if this scenario happens. To all the people who are like Gyökeres haters, I'm going to run this tape for you, right? Crystal Palace away, Selhurst Park. This is a hypothetical. We don't need it right now because we're 4 points clear. But let's say we're 2 points clear, 1 point clear at top of the league. It's 0-0. City are winning 4-0 at home, whatever, and we desperately need a fucking goal, right? Victor Gyökeres pops off, scores 1-0, gives you one of these, and Arsenal win the league. He's delivered you the title. Will anybody then fucking care about what he looked like in November or December? Will anybody care about how many fucking goals he scored? No. So that's what I mean. You have to have a little bit, look at things a little bit more big picture, and a little bit less emotional, and just realize everybody's got to have a role to play in this team at some point.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We don't need to. When we're on top of the world, like we really don't need to punch up our own guys. You know what I'm saying? Like we can, and I feel like the team responds to the positivity as well. I think we really need it. I don't think we respond to negativity. I don't think and especially when you're winning, like we don't need to do that. You know, personally, like honestly, and I've been talking to Anton about this. I was just saying, dude, I need the Gyökeres to do more. Like even after the Aston Villa game, I was like, dude, because I've been with you defending Gyökeres for the past couple of weeks.
Gyökeres, I'll say it for everybody, right? Gyökeres has not been good. I've said it on every pod, but the way I approach it is different than everybody else. I'm not fucking bagging the dude and fucking telling him he's done, he's shit. Let's sell him. We need to buy another fucking striker. Like, I'm not ever gonna go that far. Like,
yeah,
like there's a difference. He's been shit. You want me to say it, guys? For everybody at the back, he has been shit. You guys happy? But I still think I still see a good player in there. I know what we bought him for. I had a clip actually in my recap of 2025, right? And I had a clip when I was in Singapore, right? And it was one of the freaking coolest moments of the year. It was literally right in the middle of the year in July. And this was after I already started being appearances on the terrace. It was an appearance I had with you on the terrace. So we were talking back and forth in preseason, right? Before this was even a show. And I got to go sit there. And I literally showed up, literally, as I was walking out, because I was late, to the Singapore game. And Victor Gyökeres is walking out of the tunnel to a roar. And he's clapping everybody off. And I had goosebumps down my spine. And everyone's talking about this guy like he's the fucking man, like he's the hero. We've been so excited. There was so much anxiety, like pay them. Cal said this in our group chat earlier. Pay the money, blah, blah, blah. We felt like Sporting was holding him to ransom. There was so much emotion in that time, right? And he comes out to a roar. And I was like my hair started coming up. I'm in a foreign country I've never been in before. Just came off of the cab from the airport. My hair is like standing up like this, and I'm get a video of the man as he walks out. Like, people forget that's where we were at. Like, and maybe that's why everyone has so much more expectation. Why people are more frustrated about him, because they had expectations of what he would be, but he could still get there. And that for me is like, as long as you leave him there, like there, that possibility, that gate. That door is still open. Don't close that door. Don't deny yourselves the possibility of that ever happening. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is my take, right? I wanted Gyökeres because he's a win now guy. And to be honest with you, I think Sesko could be doing what Gyökeres is doing right now. Honestly, because he's not prolific. He's not that fast, and he's just like a strong guy, and he's occupying spaces, which I don't think you need to be an elite striker to do what Gyökeres is doing right now, right? My take is that I understand the frustration to a point, but the rage that I'm seeing would only make sense if we weren't 4 points clear at the top of the league, going through all the injuries that we went through. If we weren't actively winning games with him on the pitch, because we are, we are winning games with him, and what he's doing is important. We just want more because we paid for more and we expected more, but what he's doing is effective. You know what I'm saying? As an individual, but as a team, we are winning with him on the pitch.
Yeah.
So
again, yeah. No, you continue.
So yeah, so that's my take. If we win the league, he'd be worth it. He'd be worth every penny, because I wouldn't redo anything.
What if he scores the winning goal that wins us the league? Like I said,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, Anton, even if he doesn't, okay, like even if Gyökeres doesn't score for the rest of the season, but we win the league, I wouldn't redo the season with a different striker because we won the league. I'm not rolling the dice if we win the league. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is what's funny, right? And Liverpool fans might disagree with me or laugh at me or whatever. But Liverpool fans have the whole year being like, oh, Diaz or Nunez, Nunez are shit, right? They won the league. They traded them out for Wirtz and Isak, and they are 12 points off the top at halfway through the season.
To be honest with you, I think that's because I don't think that has to do with Nunez and
hey, you get. I was coming for.
I know what you're saying, but I think that's because Slot doesn't. His system is shit.
Yeah, I know. There's obviously a lot more context to that. I was just trying to say, like, if you've got a winning formula, if
you have a winning formula, I mean, to be honest, that applies more to Chelsea than it does to Liverpool, in terms of They traded Madueke and Ghana. Well, no, they traded Madueke. They traded, who else did they get rid of?
What's his name? The Nkunku.
Well, yeah, they traded
No,
Madueke and Kunku.
Nkunku was a starter. Was a starter in many important games for the
Yeah,
last year.
you
He
know what I'm saying.
was.
But then again, but they traded some of their players and they got in more guys
Nicholas
and they got
Jackson.
kind of
Nicholas
worse.
Jackson, by the way.
Jackson, that's who I'm thinking. Because Madueke and Jackson are the two main ones, right? They traded
Right.
Madueke and Jackson and they've got worse. So yeah, that's yeah. So if we win the league, I don't really care about that. That's a conversation for the summer, to be honest with
You know
you.
what's so funny though? I think the more this season goes along and the more these storylines develop and we talk it through more, there's a more of a clarity of how we really feel about it. Like the way I just articulated the Gyökeres thing and why I stand by him the way I do, I have not been able to do that until right now. Like we were having a chat earlier today, me and you, and that was when it really started to like hit me. Not from somebody else, because a lot of times I just quote other people and like, this is what I'm trying to say. But for the first time from my own mouth, I'm like, no, this is exactly why I feel. Like I feel it. Sometimes I can't describe it.
You still think you still think he's gonna win us games. That's essentially what you're doing.
Yeah, but I also don't want to close doors. So one thing I'm a type of person of people. See, here's another thing, right? I look at it from this way too, and we got to move on because I do want to talk about some of the performances individually. I think they do, and we got a big mid-season thing going on. We're about the half-hour mark, but which, by the way, generally it flies by, and I'm like, I feel like it's longer than a half an hour, but we're at half an hour mark. But one thing people don't get when people go, hey, take off Gyökeres, throw in Jesus, throw in start Havertz. People don't realize, firstly, like if you actually do believe that Havertz and Jesus are better than him, allow them to get to that part of their fitness return to be able to be fully confident in their fitness. So right now,
you can't throw them in raw.
Right now, all those who want to start Jesus, like I know he played a huge chunk of minutes against Palace, right? But I think in the cup, I think it's a little bit differently, and still he couldn't play the whole thing. If you want to start Jesus week in, week out, 90 minutes, we've said this before, what's going to happen? You're going to lose him again. That's just that's just the way it has been with him. With Havertz, he's had injury setback. Dude was supposed to be back in November, and now it's January, and he's sat on the bench once for the whole game, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to be back in November. Yeah.
Like, again, Gyökeres, as much as he's been in bad form, they're still winning games. And at the same time, though, if you believe those other guys are the answer, you got to give them time to do it. So as long as Gyökeres is there, and that's hopefully, best case scenario, while he's still there, he actually does hit that form before it's too late. Because I think that there is going to be a point with Arteta where if he doesn't do it at all, and he's got Havertz and Jesus and they're fully ready physically, that Jesus, it is a meritocracy, and eventually Gyökeres will just fall down the pecking order. So he does. There's a lot of it is on him to actually find that in this window, but it's not right now. He is running out of time, but it's not right now. I still think he's got until the end of January. I think you hit the nail on the head when we were talking earlier. I think he's got until the end of January. That's at the point when Gabriel will or Havertz will get like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Maybe he might get a start against Chelsea. Jesus is going to have his probably a few starts in the belt, but he probably won't get past 60 minutes, and eventually he'll start to feel a little bit more confident, whatever, and he'll start finding the back of the net more. That stuff is naturally going to happen with those other players, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
But that's right now is where Gyökeres needs to get that. But guys, let's not fucking magnify it further. Like for me, we won 4-1 against Villa, and there's still fucking people chatting to me about Gyökeres. I'm like, we fucking won 4-1 against Villa. Why are we fucking talking about this? Oh, Gyökeres was bad, right? Saw other podcasts, I won't name them, spent an hour and a half talking about how bad Gyökeres was bad on the day when Man City dropped points. After we spanked Villa. That's what we should be talking about, which is why I made sure that's what we were talking about at the start of this call.
And the vibes, I know, like the vibes. I know it's a bit of a rant right now. Well, to be honest,
Yeah,
it's more of a rant concerning our own fan base, but the
yeah.
vibes should be pretty high right now because, like, guys, come on, 45 points, top of the league, 4 points clear, just spanked Villa 4-1. Like, it's good. It's really good. Gabriel come back from injury. It's good. It's real good.
By the way,
So
45 points, which is like when I play out a season, I want to get to 90 as my benchmark. For everything, generally things don't go to shit and you never get to the 45 points at halftime. You're like, oh, we have to play catch up, right? We actually hit 45 points, and that's with like so many players being
how many
injured.
points
That's with
did
the performances not being that good.
how
You want
many
to know?
points did we have for 23-24 season at this point?
40, 43 or 42. Because I remember we were at 40 after 18 games, and the 19th game was Fulham. Oh no, it was 40.
Yeah, because I remember us losing a couple and it was
Yeah,
terrible. Because when
yeah,
you said
right.
40, 43, I was like, that sounds like it was a bit too good.
No. Yeah.
Based on my
Because I
memory.
was James was showing the other day. He was saying comparing in a video that season and this season to try to give people the context of how good we've been this
Yeah.
year. And we were on
And just
42 after
yeah,
18, and we were on 40 after 18. Now I just
yeah,
remembered the fucking nightmare game in Fulham. That was obviously
yeah,
game number 19. We clearly didn't win that. So it had to
yeah,
have been 40.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
just want to say this. Like, we have never had like our two best title challenging seasons, which was the 22-23 and the 23-24, right?
by the way, 22-23, we had 50 at the half.
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy, by the way. Anyway, we've never had like decent first half and second half. It's either we shit the bed in one. 22-23 shit the second half. 23-24 shit the first half. Had to play catch up. We were never like just it 100% in control. Now that we've actually survived this first half with a very good first half of the season, I feel like this squad, dude, like we have the tools to have a very good second half as well and just complete the piece. Because when we went ahead in that 22-23, we just didn't have the squad. It was like a blitz. We didn't have the squad. We have the squad. And we're not dropping, and we didn't shit the bed in the first half. So for me, it's going to be a coming together of putting those two seasons, in one piece. So we managed to survive that first half, and we did it emphatically, and we're 4 points clear. We're not just in the title race, we're in control. You know what I'm saying? So and we also us being 4 points clear is a big deal. And the reason why it's a big deal, it's because our title challengers, the other title challengers are Manchester City, and we still have to play them away. Even if we lose that game, we're still 1 point ahead. Like that, and that's what we need right now. We need to make sure that we're
we also
going.
play Villa at all for the rest of the year. That's it. We're
Yeah,
done.
no more Villa as well. We play Newcastle at home, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. That's another part of this, right? Maybe we'll illustrate it. So we have Liverpool next weekend, right? That's
home.
not at the Anfield. That's at home.
No,
We got Man United.
Yeah.
The weekend after that. When's that? At home.
At home. We played
got
our away
Chelsea this
fixtures
year?
already.
I mean, we could play in the cup, but in the league, where we play Chelsea.
Do we play on
That
home
second
first?
half. Yeah, we do. Remember we played
we play the second half at home.
No, not
The second
I
leg.
mean, that too, but I'm saying in the league.
Oh,
we play
in the
them.
league.
We play them at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The only one that I think we go away.
Wait a second. We drew 1-1 to them at Stamford Bridge. Yeah. Dude, why were they so gassed about that result?
I know.
I don't understand.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, it's on you to kind of win that game. That's what Andrew and Jesse were saying here on Thunderdome. Is like, we need to win this game because we're at home. This is our home game. If we don't win that, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, those are Chelsea fans that are real. That's why we vet them and make sure the good ones come on here on this channel, right? even Ash and Kane, right? Ash and Kane and I and Cal, go at each other all the fucking time. But
Yeah.
they're the Newcastle fans I respect. I'm seeing Newcastle fans lose their head and say Eddie Howe should get sacked, and I'm getting like Ash giving you like a PowerPoint presentation about why Eddie Howe should stay. I'm like, see, when it comes to his own club, he's got his head screwed on. That's the type of people I like. You know what I mean? Which is why it's so funny. I'm talking to Dan, who's the biggest Arteta inner in the world, and he's telling why Eddie Howe should get sacked. I'm like, dude, Ash is just doing what you do with Arteta. Maybe look like I'm like, that's why I'm sitting there cracking up, because I'm seeing Dan like play from the other side, like the manager should be
I do think Newcastle should be in a better spot though. I agree with the others.
For sure. They absolutely should. But I still think that like where they've been, they have not won a trophy in years. And they've not been this consistent. I know they had a bad year this year. City had a bad year last year, right? In the general, since under him, they've been consistent in the top half. They were in the relegation when he came. So, like, I again, that's why I kind of look at things in perspective. I think the same thing goes for Arteta, but I will stick with the Arteta thing in a different light, which is still, if, for instance, we blow it from here, I'm evaluating Arteta, but I'm never going to be in the party of Arteta in or in the party of Arteta out. I'm just right there in the middle. I'm like, let's go Arsenal. Like, why?
And I'll say it again. You know, like at the end of last season, I wasn't happy, and I wanted a different manager, but the club decided to back him, and because they decided to back him, I was like, okay, if you're gonna keep this guy, give him the tools. Give him the tools, and they did give him the tools, and they did give him. He did have a good summer, and he's now having a good half of the season, and well done to him. You know what I'm saying? I'll never, there's no point coming on here and screaming Arteta out at this point when he was backed and he's doing well. Yeah. That just doesn't make that. That's absolutely nonsensical. Like, it doesn't
speaking
make
of
any
Arteta,
sense.
though, by the way, Cal, because I know this has been a personal pet peeve of yours, so that's why I want you to unleash onto the universe now that this has happened, because we've been talking for a while. I just want to fucking spank these guys. After apparently Emery is better than Arteta, as I've been hearing for 3 weeks, and Emery's got Arteta's number, which there's a bit of truth to that. Arteta finally got his fucking revenge, and he spanked it. There was a rash on the ass of Aston Villa. It was so bad that Emi Martinez, who started the day doing stretches, blocking our players.
Dude, I saw that clip.
And ended the day being shoved out by security. That was the type of day it was for Aston Villa and for Unai Emery. Walked down the tunnel like a little fucking baby. Didn't even shake the manager's hand and then claimed, oh, Arteta was busy. Bro, you have been Arteta Defense League against Emery since the moment I met you. Please have your
first of all, I think the conversations about Emery versus Arteta is nonsensical. I think people say, I was on Mo's channel the other day, and Charlie, he's actually a really good Chelsea fan. He basically said he thinks Emery is a better coach, a better manager than Arteta. And I just can't agree with that. I just cannot sanction that because it doesn't make any sense. Like, winning a couple of Europa Leagues does not make you a better manager. I think he had his chance. It didn't work. He's not the guy. I think it's pretty obvious that the pressure of playing at a club like the big four in like England right now, which is
we're not talking about
this isn't about personally. It's not about where you are in the league right now. It's just like in terms of fan bases, culture. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and even if you want to throw Tottenham in there as well, you're just not. Managers can't handle that pressure, and you need to be elite in order to come into these clubs and play for any length of years. A lot of managers get chances to manage these clubs and they fail. They don't last a year. They last a year and then they get sacked. They might do a year and a half and then get sacked. But when you're managing for clubs like that and you're making improvements over years and years and years and surviving the pressure and the fan base and the expectations, it's just not something a lot of people can do. And I think that puts you in just in a different category. It's just in a different category. For me, because Maresca got sacked, he's not in that category. He's just not. He's not that guy. Manchester United haven't had a manager that was like actually fit for them in years because none of their managers can handle the pressure because you're not elite enough. So for me, trying to put Arteta in that conversation doesn't make any sense. Arteta took over when we were 14th in the league, and look where we're at now. My problem with Arteta my problem that I had with Arteta was the fact that we didn't win anything. It wasn't what he's done, in terms of the progress and stuff that he did. Like, Arteta is absolutely phenomenal as a coach. He took Gabriel from Obozo and made him the best center back in the world. His ability to develop players is something that goes under the radar. It's not spoken about enough, in my opinion. He takes guys and makes them borderline world class. He did it with Saka. He took Timber and he turns him to something else. He made Ben White. Like Arteta's ability to coach and develop is absolutely underrated, and it's insane what he's able to do. And he's able to take a squad, build a team, develop styles of play, alter his tactics, and challenge. The only thing he's missing is the trophy. That's literally the only thing that he's missing right now. So to put him in a conversation with Emery is absolutely it doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm saying this as a guy who wanted a change because I wasn't sure he could take us across the line. I am not going to sit here and say that Arteta isn't a good coach, because he isn't a damn good coach. He just is.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's what I have to say about it. Like, and when I was on Mo's channel, people were saying, "Oh, I'm arrogant. Arsenal fans are arrogant comparing Arteta to Emery." It's like, this is Unai Emery. I'm not saying that he's better than Pep.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? It's like they're treating me like it's completely inconceivable to say that Arteta's better than Emery. It's Emery.
For me, I always seen it as an insult when they do it the other way around.
Like what are we doing here, dude? This guy's not elite. Every single opportunity he has to bottle shit, he does. Look at what he did against PSG, people. He took Rashford off in the second leg to go defensive to lose the game. Absolute crap. Bottles top four when he gets the chance every single time. He's not that guy. He's an under the radar guy. He cannot handle the pressure. That little 11-game win streak, which is a good achievement for Villa, they had.
He did it with Arsenal.
As soon as the lens is on, as soon as people start noticing, as soon as the media starts giving him attention, he fails. Every single time. He's an under the radar guy. As soon as their expectation, he absolutely fumbles and crumbles. I don't want to hear it again. I'm sick of it. And hopefully, honestly, we're probably going to win something at the end of the season, guys. Like, let's be honest with you. We're probably going to win something. And I think we're favorites to win the league. We go and win this league, we never have to hear this again, because Emery's never winning the league. So that's my rant on Unai Emery, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I'm absolutely sick of it.
And on the pitch, I think I cannot allow this podcast to go by at all without talking about this, because this is what we have asked for. We have begged and cried and kicked and screamed over the last, I don't know, all entire month of December for the performances to get better. We start getting that with Crystal Palace and then a little bit with Brighton, but for it to be more clinical. And finally, we got that. We were starting to score goals for me in the center of the park. One of the biggest things that I feel like I never really said it out loud, and I really should have, because it's always something that goes, hey, I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up. I just don't. Is the fact that Arsenal are always operating wide. We're trying to build up from the wide, which for me frustrates the life out of me, because teams can be vulnerable to get at through the center. And Odegaard, that's why I remembered about Odegaard when he's at his best, is that we were being able to attack and create chances to the center. And boy, oh boy, did we fucking actually, funnily enough, it was like Villa set the example, because in the first half, they were doing it to us. And we were like, all right, you know what, Villa? Hey, they're attacking through the middle. How about we try that? And then all of a sudden, it happened. The build-up was going through the middle. Odegaard slips in an amazing ball to Zubimendi. By the way, I just want to point out that Gyökeres was onto the left, so he could have easily have played the same ball to Gyökeres on the other side. But Zubimendi's toe pokes that thing to the middle. We got goals from the outside the box in the, what was James calling it, like the N15 zone, N14, whatever. I know I'm not a tactico, but like in that spot in the pitch, both Trossard and Jesus bulleted goals from outside the box in the same spot. All of a sudden, the build up, the chances ended up with clinical edge. Cal, you got to talk to me about all that.
I think it's Odegaard. He's the key. He is the key, and this version of Odegaard is insane. Like, in terms of, we know that last season he was more of a dictator than a risk taker. I think this season he's kind of combining the two, where he's taking the risks now, he's having the vision, and he's also being able to help with the dictation of play. And Odegaard is as I said, Odegaard is the reason that's happened as well. And to be honest, I was actually pretty surprised that we were able to do that as well without Declan Rice, because personally, for me personally, I think Moreno is good in moments, but I don't see it like consistently throughout the match.
This was Moreno's best game in midfield the whole year. This game,
yeah,
by far. So not even close.
Yeah, yeah. So I was surprised we were able to do it without, Declan Rice box crashing and that sort of stuff. Funny enough, Zubimendi was actually doing it a little bit more based on his goal as well. And let me just talk about that finish. That finish from Zubimendi isn't normal, guys. Like, that was outside foot, right foot curler into the bottom right. That's like you don't do that if you're not a very technical player and clinical. So that was absolutely amazing. And for me, as I'll say it again, if we get this version of Odegaard for the rest of the season, we're definitely winning the league, like guaranteed winning, because he is the engine for the attack.
Yeah, no, I thought this was beautiful in terms of Premier League performances. I mean, Tottenham obviously is up there, but I think Tottenham, there was a lot to do with the fact that Eze was just in another zone. In terms of a team performance, everybody collectively coming together. Like, I know, I don't think there was one player who had a bad game at all in this. I know everyone wants to make fun of Gyökeres, but this is actually the only thing Gyökeres was missing from this game actually was the goal. Yeah, he had the horrendous moment when he lost the ball to Onana and almost ended up in an Ollie Watkins sitter, right?
Yeah.
Granted, right?
It wasn't Ollie Watkins sitter. He fluffed it.
Yeah, right.
He fluffed it.
Yeah. By the way, that's, from a Villa
shout out to Ollie Watkins, bro.
By the way, happy birthday to Ollie Watkins. 30, big 3-0.
Gooner.
Yeah, and he finally got himself a goal, right? At the end. But I thought there was no bad performances in the game overall. Like, in terms of functionality, everything. Even the people came off the bench. Miles Lewis-Skelly, I know we can see in the end, but that had nothing to do with him. But Miles Lewis-Skelly, when he came on for Gabriel, I thought it was good too. Like, he kept things ticking along. I actually think, for me, and maybe this is something where I will draw the line defensively, I think I hit the nail on the head when I said that Nkapie is a left back and not a center back. Yeah, he is a liability at center back.
He's not it. Like, I think if Mascara was fit, I think Mascara would be getting more minutes in that center back position. It's probably why we're looking at Guehi, allegedly, to be honest with you.
That's heating up. I heard Robbie talking about Guehi. Guehi is legit our target. Like, we're actually looking at him. So
yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think Nkapie is a left back. I think he proved to Arteta he's a left back. And I'm so happy because at the start when we bought him, we were like, hey, he's the backup to Gabriel. I'm like, no, he ain't. He's a starter on the left when everything is perfect. And that's what he kind of has been
and
showing.
him and Saliba just don't have that chemistry. I think Nkapie and Gabriel, I felt like they played before. Did they play? Felt that looked better. Because I swear I saw an Nkapie game at center back, and for the last couple ones I've seen him, he just doesn't look as good as
potentially the end of Brighton, I think. No, Saliba and Gabriel were together. I don't think it's happened.
Okay.
I mean, they're both left-sided. It would be completely imbalanced.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. And I think we need to talk about Gabriel because, like, dude, this guy is just not human, bro. Like, how do you come back and then just score like what he's done? How do you come back and then we have
all the
no
people
shots?
Who are complaining about he impeded Martinez, blah 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 blah.
Now Martinez needs to man up and punch that ball. And how do you come back? You score that goal, which is like why we're set piece FC. How do you come back and we don't concede a shot on target when you're on the pitch? Granted, a little bit of luck because Ollie Watkins fluffed his lines, but other than that, we literally didn't have a single shot on target when Gabriel was on the pitch. Not one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said after
this guy isn't human. He's not human. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, just remember, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to if you want to see more, and please comment, join the conversation if you want.
Yeah, because we're gonna hit our mid-season grades, and we're gonna also talk about the breaking news, the insane news that happened over at Chelsea overnight, because that was one of the greatest meltdowns I've ever seen in a club's history within a 24-hour period. It's fucking comedy. You should see. Oh my god. So we should get there, because I think, as Gooners, we should really enjoy that, considering we have to play them as well in the cup. That's going to come up, just a bit of a preview of what's going to be going on the agenda for the rest of this show. I just want to wrap it up on the kind of the match reviews, and I don't think we're talking Brighton that much because I feel like it's further away. But there's
I think Brighton
should touch on that a little bit.
Brighton was the precursor. People were upset about Brighton because of I think we were a little bit nervy for the last kicks of the game.
To be honest, I wasn't, because we had Gabriel and Sleeper together. I was like, no, they're not scoring.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, based on the performance, it was absolutely fantastic. It was great in terms of our attacking football. Like, I was on the terrace for the reaction for Aston Villa, and I mentioned that, I thought the Brighton performances was one of the best performances of the season. We were just missing the goals. And I think Brandon was saying, he didn't think it was that great compared to this Aston Villa one. And for me, to be honest, objectively speaking, I don't think both performances were that far off each other.
We actually just weren't clinical. Exact same amount of chances in both games, 24 each.
Oh, did we? See, so my eyes aren't lying. See, I know ball people. Like, we were missing the goals. Like, based on the chances that we were creating in that game, guys, like, it was like the football was just really good to watch. And I felt like when I was watching the game, I was like, whoa. Is this Odegaard? Like, what are we doing?
Seeing Odegaard hit the ball from outside the box and something like that brought me back to 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was like,
whoa.
Dude is taking, like, that was an amazing shot. Like, what are we doing?
He doesn't do that often enough. Like, that's his signature goal.
You do realize that he's taking more shots now, right? And this is why I'm saying that we got
building
Odegaard
up to it.
back.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, even in I rewatched the game, and he took like three or four shots on goal. He actually almost scored Emi Martinez. It was just a little bit harder because Emi Martinez had to dive low and get it. He also tried to blast it top right corner as well. He just didn't make the goal. So he's the reason why the Brighton performance was as good as it was. People Odegaard was man of the match for Brighton, and I think he was man of the match for Aston Villa as well.
Yeah, there's so many candidates for Aston Villa. Like, I could say Odegaard Gabriel was in that conversation. Leandro Trossard was in that conversation.
For me, it's Odegaard still. It's still Odegaard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit closer to this one.
Zubamendi in Aston Villa as well is in that conversation.
Yeah, it's like there's like Aston was like there's a lot of guys in Aston Villa.
We fucking said it, by the way. We didn't say it on camera, but we kept saying it like that's gonna be the game we're gonna fucking destroy. We said that. We kind of fucking knew it.
Oh, you said that. I didn't.
No, you know, you did. We were behind at the end of, was it either this show or the one before that? Or maybe it was before. Like, we just want to fucking beat Villa. And we were like,
no, I wanted to beat them. I wanted to.
And you're like, no, we're going to smash them. You did say it. It came out of your mouth. You did.
Okay, I can't remember. Because I just remember.
You don't give yourself enough credit. You think.
I remember going into the game the morning and trying to watch it. I was like,
sometimes when you get very passionate, you say what you really mean. And then you forget that you said that you really meant it later on.
All right, if you say so, I'll take it.
No, I'm not gonna let you down yourself like that. You knew it. I think everybody knew it. Terry knew it. Like it's so funny. People saying, "Oh, hey, Anton, you're hating on Villa." It's I love the reverse psychology, right? So when I say, "Hey, Arsenal's winning 3-1," oh, Anton, why are you disrespecting Villa that much? I'm like, I'm giving him a goal at the Emirates. I mean, Cal knows my rule. I don't predict anybody scoring a goal at the Emirates. I give them one, right?
I haven't predicted. To be fair, I haven't predicted a single loss for us the entire season.
No,
I think I predicted a draw once. Every single prediction.
You said 1-1. You said it would be 1-1. You guessed or 0-0.
I can't remember what I said for Newcastle.
It was Newcastle for sure. You said that we were drawing.
But I can't remember. I predict like wins.
Oh wait, Jordan from the Loose Cannons, and they called by name for the second straight time. What I was watching, you said that we would lose to Aston Villa at home. Are you insane?
Did he say we'd lose? Nah, I said it was a draw at worst. I was like, dude, we might draw this.
No.
Even after the first half, which was a bit nervy.
Villa's running into a buzzsaw. I said, doesn't matter what you pick 19 teams in the Premier League today. We are destroying somebody. The 31st of December, 2025 was a bloodbath for whoever was coming to the Emirates. And especially Aston Villa, because we played them 3 weeks earlier and they got that fluky, stupid winner when we had 4 fullbacks at the back and Mikel Merino up front, which, by the way, has never happened again since.
Yeah.
Like,
love Merino, love what he's done, but let's keep it a buck.
We've got 3 strikers fit. Forget about that.
Like I know and this is why I get annoyed with the Gyökeres conversations as well, is because when we start him, we win the game. Like we literally win almost every single game that he starts.
Fun fact: we've only lost 1 game this season with Gyökeres starting up front, and that was against Liverpool at Anfield.
And that was the fluke freak Szoboszlai free kick, which was excellent free kick. But yeah,
I think we've actually only drawn 2 as well with him starting. That would be the City game, the not even Sunderland City game. I
think we've only drawn like 1 game. Yeah,
no, that's it. So with Gyökeres in the starting 11, and remember we're unbeaten in the UCL and in the Carabao Cup, right? With Gyökeres starting 11, we have dropped a grand total of 5 points.
So one
win and one loss and 1 draw, and that was against Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not like. That's why I don't understand the complete and total outrage. I would be more outraged if we were losing the games.
You know when we were dropping all the points? It was when Merino was starting up front, but yet he was scoring so many clutch goals, which he was in some points.
We were dropping points when Gabriel was gone as well.
But we were also not creating enough chances and carrying on to scraps at the time.
Yeah. And Odegaard's back now, so
that's why I knew this podcast would be a great one today. And I know I feel like I said that every single time we start a podcast, but I just knew that today we were going to speak a lot of truths, just because of the fact that we've finally won a big game and that negative little period of the season finished. And by the way, finished with just a grand total of 1 loss. in the month because Chelsea was at the end of November, right? So in the month of December, we had the one loss against Villa, and it was that probably most definitely. I'm sorry. I know people like to rewrite the history of that game. Should have been a draw on the least, right? And everything after that, I know it wasn't fucking good, but remember, we're playing the December fixtures. You know, you're playing for 2-3 days.
It was always going to be tough.
We won. Win.
Yeah, we've been winning. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we've hit 51 subscribers, so we actually passed the 51 mark live. Thank you very much, everyone. This is pretty nice.
That's our first milestone.
Yeah, first milestone. 50
half century.
50 piece. Thank you, boys. Thank you, guys.
Great
so yeah,
love you guys talk more in the live chat. By the way, I've seen a lot of you guys in here with that chatting. Don't be shy. All right, we read them out aloud. You know. You guys got
we do, and we actively try to have people active in the chat so we can kind of debate as well. We're trying to build a community here. We're trying to have people debate our points, disagree, agree, whatever you like. Don't feel shy. Say what you want. So next on the agenda.
Next on the agenda, we've moved past the great feast that was this week in terms of the football. What do you talk about first? Do you want to talk about Maresca or do you want to talk about the midseason grades? I'll give you the choice.
I think we do the midseason grades first because I think it's just we've been talking about the team for a while now, so I think it'd be best to wrap up talking about Arsenal.
Cool. Let's not take too much on this and have a half an hour conversation about every single player. I'm actually gonna pull up the squad list quickly that I can. So yeah, we did this activity at the quarter mark, but obviously you don't have enough days to try to organize to bring all the other Arsenal content creators in here for a round table before we start Bournemouth. I got one. Here you go. Big up Tyrell, who bigs us up. Big up Anton and Cal. Big up to
you
up
every time, dude. You always on.
Go subscribe to his channel and his second channel, which he's commented on here for you, right? Tyrell, tell the people about your second channel. What's it called again? I think I remember, but anyway, but clearly I don't, because otherwise I would have said it. But don't worry, just bring it up for the people. I'm not. So I was gonna get into our squad. Last time we went from the back to the front, and the front people didn't get enough grades. Like Saka didn't get a grade, so I actually want to start from the front to the back. Because this will be me and Cal this time. It's moving fast. We got Bournemouth on the weekend. Second half of the season's already beginning, so we don't have time to bring in a whole panel of people. But again, this is actually the bigger grades than the quarter grades.
This is like halfway through the season. This is going to be pretty. Like you've had enough. You've had time. Like you've had time.
Well, some have, like Kai Havertz, have not had time. So
yeah, like barring like injuries, like big injuries where you're out for like three months or more, you've had enough time. So
all right, so let's begin here, and let's start with the talisman because he didn't get graded last time, and I feel like I owe it to him. So let's start with Saka. This season, and I actually want to point out before Only Gunners TV. There you go. Check out Only Gunners TV. Want to point out something about Saka. Saka's stats, but people say stats don't lie. Saka's like Pinocchio, his stats, because the amount of assists he should have because of the corners and all the own goals and all the little deflecting.
I'm pretty sure you still get assists for own goals.
No, he didn't. He hasn't.
You don't?
Nope. If the other team scores, you don't get an assist.
Oh, no. I thought you get assists for them.
No, the amount of I'm looking at him.
I think all 4 own goals that we scored were because of his corners.
One was Rice. And I still have questions. I know people calling me deluded. I still have questions of whether that
I saw the replay. No,
if it hits him, it barely floats.
It skims. It skims him. It skims him.
I think that's going in. If it doesn't touch rotate, I think it's going in. It's curling. It's got this wicked curl on it. It's going in. Like even Ash and me and Ash disagree on fucking everything, and he said that thing is going in if rotate doesn't touch it.
Ash wears glasses. You need glasses.
Ash takes a screenshot of everything. No, but I actually wear contact lenses, everybody, and I've been.
Oh,
to the
really?
optometrist
So you're both
in
blind.
July. Yeah, I've been to the optometrist in July. Thank you very much. I don't need to waste my money on another trip. I want to look at the stats because
I'm not even gonna. To be honest with you, I don't really care about the stats that much. I'm just basing it based on what I've seen so far. Just raw. I'm gonna give you my grade raw. It's 7 out of 10 so far. And I give him a 7 because he normally averages an 8 or a 9. So this is a bit not like a massive dip, but I do think he hasn't been himself this season 100%. But his corners are pretty much one of the most lethal parts of his game. And it's a big freaking deal. And he's also there's a little bit of grace because of the injury that he had last season, and he got injured again this season. And he's still, to be honest with you, like when he's on versus, I love Madueke, but he's still not Saka when he's on. Like he's just not. Like so, Saka is still like Saka not playing to his best is still better than Madueke at his best. I love Madueke. And Madueke is doing great. He's doing, for me personally, he's doing better for us than he did for Chelsea. But it's still like a bit of a gap between them. For me. For me.
Like even that Crystal Palace game, right? Bukayo Saka, like Madueke is just sitting there like wasting. Saka comes in, he's all right, like I'm done with this shit. I'm all right, can get him off, I'm coming on. And all of a sudden he's like solid, getting
and he's still able to beat his man. He still puts in dangerous, he's still like creatively dangerous. I think if he was more clinical and his decision making was a bit sharper, I'd give him an 8 or a 9. Because there's times this season where he's shooting instead of passing instead of shooting. When he's shooting, it's not on target. I think for that he drops a point, and that's why for me personally this season he's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
but he's still
I'm gonna give you a good guess, by the way. What's Saka's GA in the Premier League this year? If you can just guess on top of your head.
If I have to guess, 8.
It's 6, 4 goals, 2 assists. And for me, when I think about all the impact that Saka has made in the season from corners and all that stuff, how the fuck he only has 2 assists? That is not a true stat.
2 assists is kind of mad. You should have more than that.
He should have. It feels to me like he's got fucking 10. Like between him and 10. Rice, it feels like the amount.
I think he should have. Honestly, based on his performances, I think he should have 5 or 6 assists, not 2. Not 2. That's mad.
Like yeah, it's weird. It's just like it's pretty bad luck. And Terry points this out a lot on the terrace. He always keeps saying, like Saka's assist numbers aren't real. They don't tell the story of the impact that he makes.
That's Premiership only, right?
Yeah, that's Premiership only. But big up to Sandy Padillo.
Let's just call him Sandy.
Sandy, big up to Sandy. First time chatter, so big you up. I called out for you guys to speak, and he did, and good question. What's Saka, Bukayo Saka stats, all comps this season, transfer marked. It's the first one that comes up.
You type a lot. I just put Saka stats. That's the first thing that popped up.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's 7 goals, 4 assists.
7 goals, 4 assists. 11 GA, yeah.
Yeah, so he has 2 in the Champions League, 2 goals.
Got 1 in the cup. I remember that for sure.
So that's
against Brighton.
Yeah. To be honest with you, if he replicates that for the second half of the season, he ends with like 14 goals, 8 assists. I'm not going to be 14 goals to 8 assists all comps. I'm not going to be upset with that at all, to be honest. If he gets that at the end of the second half of the season.
Good morning, Sandy. I could have assumed you were from the UK. Most of our viewers are. Tyrell is also from the UK.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good morning to you and Happy New Year. I think to everyone again. I'll reiterate again. It's still kind of new to me. For us, it's the 2nd of January. I think for you guys too now.
It's the second.
Weird that I've always like at the start of the year, like, is it really the new year? It looks the same as last year. Like, I don't know. This was a weird New Year's for me. I felt like it was like it just happened. Anyway.
Yeah, to be honest, as the older I get, the less of
the less you give a shit.
Deal,
yeah.
a big deal I make of it, to be honest. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty happy with my score based on his stats as well. I think 7 out of 10 is fair.
I would agree with you because I think Saka still, while he's not been hit 100, by the way, another variable that can go in our way and why I think we still have more upside is Saka hasn't been playing at his best, right?
Saka is still 24 years old. This is insane, guys. Like, he's not even at his prime yet.
There's so many variables that Arsenal are getting better, and we're at 45 points. That's why when by the way, good for me to bring up the poll, which by the way, big up you guys who are all answering the questions in the poll. I love it. So I said, how many points will Arsenal finish on? 29%. 29% at the moment, say more than 90. But the questions were more than 90, 85 to 90, 80 to 85, or less than 80. Big ups to all you guys, and none of you clicked less than 80. Because I think right now, if we were hit less than 80, that would be fucking the biggest meltdown.
That'd be an absolute disaster. That'd be pretty bad.
No, but that's why I think it's going to be 90 plus, and Cal thinks it's going to be 90 plus. Because we hit 45 with our floor.
Yeah. And as I said, and for you guys that weren't here at the start, I said we got 45 points playing the harder half of the season because we played all our away fixtures, the tough away grounds and stuff like that. The team, we got all these new players, all these injuries, and all this adjusting that we had to do. The team's starting to settle in a little bit more, and we have an easier fixture list. Come on. Like, hit that 90. Like, hit the 90.
Yeah.
Hit the 90.
Yeah. 90 for me is starting to become, it sounds fucking crazy. For me, it's the minimum expectation now from where we're sitting.
Oh, yeah. I think it is for me.
And
I'd be so, yeah. And I think we win the league with 90 anyway.
Like, let's be honest, right? I'm going to redefine my Arteta thing now. That way I'm not backtracking. If we hit 90 and we don't win the league, 90 plus, I'm not sacking Arteta because that's fucking crazy. We, in terms of controlling our performances, being consistent and doing what we need to do, anything that's beyond that is a crazy variable. Now, I don't see how it's possible that we don't win the league on.
I mean, to be honest, Man City would have
because look where City are now. Man City has to win almost everything.
Yeah. So you can't really control that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are doing ratings, so we have.
Yeah, we're doing ratings, but I just wanted to pick up the poll for a second.
Saka.
All right. And I think I'll give a 7 too, and I think that he has ways to go. Let's stick with the starters.
Are we going to put the players on stage? Do you have anything like that yet?
Oh wait, I do actually can do that. 1 second, I need to go into my because I have the damn headshots of the players that I use for Yes, let me.
While you do that, we could. Who do you want to talk about? Do you want to go to the striker next?
No, let's save him until last because also I just don't have the energy to do it, and I didn't want to fucking do it. Because look, at the same time, I'm going to grade everybody fairly. I'm not going to be deluded in any of my grades. This is the top. These activities for me, right? I always say, like, hey, we're not going to get on the back of our players or whatever, right? I stand by that. But when we have these conversations, that's when I save it for, because we're being constructive. We're talking about how we felt like they've done overall the year. We're not saying, this guy is crap. I don't want him to ever play for Arsenal. Let's buy a new striker. Let's bench him. He's shit. He's not working out. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. It's a different way of like framing the conversation.
Well, I think maybe we should do it where we do all the players in the same position. So maybe we could do Madueke next.
Okay. All right. Good. Let me do them. Wait. 1, 2, 3, and then go in the middle. Here he is. The monster. There he is.
I think Madueke has been a, I want to say maybe Saka was, because he hasn't been as good as Saka, but I don't think he's been a 6.
I mean, I think you can only grade them based on how you view them. So I
It's
think
almost
they're all on
it's
different
almost based on
scales.
expectations. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on a
it's almost
different
based.
scale. Just because one
Yeah,
guy's a 7 doesn't mean he's better than another guy called in an 8. I'm talking about within their own, from within themselves, what they're capable of.
is that fair though? That if it's an individual scale, it means that players like MLS are just always going to be way higher than your expectation for other guys. So I think being fair, I think honestly, I want to say 7 as well, but it makes me feel like Saka was at least
But you
like
know what, though? I gotta say, there are a lot of games. Most games, I reckon. I
I think
feel
maybe not a 7. Maybe he's a
like
6.
Madueke isn't doing it for me at sometimes. Like
Yeah.
he had that really good game in the Champions League, a couple good games in the Champions League.
Yeah.
But also like I remember we Redmond for Villa game. He like when Saka was literally causing a threat over and over and over again, and then Madueke comes
Okay.
on and we lose it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Okay. I know what we can do. I think we define what 5 is, and that'll make the scale better. And I think what a 5 is for me personally, thinking about it, 5 is you deserve to be
average.
playing at Arsenal Football Club. No, at
Yeah.
Arsenal. At Arsenal Football Club, which is a 5 at Arsenal is different than a 5 at Brighton. 5 for Arsenal is like you're way better than a 5 for like Sunderland, because 5 means you pass. That means you are good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club. You know what I'm saying? You're not pissing me off playing for Arsenal Football Club. Like, you
Mm.
deserve to be here.
I don't
And
think we
on
have a player like that for real, for real.
that would make me giving Madueke a 6 a lot better, because 5 being you deserve to be here, I think he has like overachieved so far. I think it was above my expectations. I think he is like a bona fide sub for Arsenal at the moment. I think
Yeah,
he
he's not
deserves to be.
starter level.
He's
No,
not
I
starter
mean,
level,
and then
but he
that was
deserves
always
to
the
be.
conversation.
He
That's
does,
why the
yeah,
conversation was unfair.
he
Like every
deserves to
signing,
be a
we're like,
sub.
you know what it was, to be honest, though? At the time, we were like, but we ended up getting Eze in the end. But at the time, we're like, Eze Rodrigo, Eze Rodrigo. We want to get both these guys in, right? And
Yeah,
then we end up getting much Madueke, and we're like, well, okay, that's not Eze
yeah,
or Rodrigo. And I
yeah,
think and everyone's like, oh, what? Is this the only signing we're going to make? You know, like what?
yeah,
We fucking passed out. We couldn't show out them. I remember this, by the way, and the way people talk now. What? We spent all this money on Madueke, but yet we're penny pinching for Gyökeres. Why didn't you go and get Gyökeres first? Like,
yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to keep track of how we're rating these players. So I have Saka 7 out of 10, and we both agreed. What do you think Madueke is? Because I said 6. I think 6 out of 10.
I think 6. Yeah. He's not a
You agree
5.
as
I
well?
think he's had a few games where he's been a very effective. He's been a really good stand-in.
Yeah,
That period of time when Saka was out, he was critical. Like there was no clinical edge, but he was offering a threat, which was important, which balances out your attack. Yeah,
yeah,
no. And again, the moment he's had his moment, and for everyone who thinks it's the 2 against Bruges, that game was a dead rubber for me. It was the winning goal against Bayern Munich.
yeah, yeah.
So
Um,
like, yeah,
so I think 6 out of 10 works. I think um he's come into Arsenal. He's changed his attitude. He's not a diva anymore, because I thought he was a little bit of a diva at Chelsea. Um, and he's proven to be good. And I think honestly, that injury kind of set him back a little bit. I think if he didn't have that injury, he would have been probably potentially even have a higher grade. But based on his performances, and I think 6 out of 10 is fair. Sandy says, was your expectations on Kai Havertz joining Arsenal or the way he played for Chelsea? My expectations for Kai
I
Havertz
have
was
it.
like when he was
Mm.
just joined. I was basing it based on how he was for Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't
Look,
think I think Chelsea. I think at that time Chelsea and Arsenal were much closer as well. Like
Well, yeah.
at the time, there's the gap between Arsenal and Chelsea has increased significantly since that season. I feel. Um, did Chelsea finish like 11th? But it didn't feel like Chelsea didn't feel like they were this version of Chelsea.
Yeah, I felt like
I
Chelsea
felt like a blip.
were really shit that year. That was the year that they bought João Felix and they got Mudryk.
Yeah.
And they were like, and they had Graham Potter.
I felt like they still didn't have this. I feel like now the gap between Chelsea and Arsenal are bigger. It's the biggest that it's been in a very long time. That's how I feel about it.
All right, let me move
but
on.
Yeah, my expectation of Kai Havertz was I thought he would be the Xhaka replacement, and I thought he would be a 6 out of 10. Personally, that first half of the season was like a 4, but his second half was like an 8.
All right.
Playing as a striker.
Let me bring you another name to the table here. This guy. Tell me about this guy.
Leandro Trossard, I would say Leandro Trossard has been 8.5 out of 10 for me.
8 point. You know what?
9 is absolutely like insane. But I think he's definitely better than an 8. I think 8.5.
If we're grading it on a scale, we're talking about Saka. I think Trossard had been more clinical than Saka. He's been bigger in bigger moments. I mean, at the same time, like,
actually not 8.5.
8. I'd say 8.
Yeah, not 8.8.
Like, if I remember, like, let's like, here's the narrative on Saka. Like, we forget games, right? So we remember in the Sunderland game how Trossard had that important equalizer, right? But who scored the one? No, not the equalizer, the go-ahead goal, right? But who scored the equalizer before that? Saka. Like,
what game was this? Sorry,
Sunderland.
Oh, like, yeah, but Trossard.
There are times where Saka has scored some crucial goals too, as well.
Yeah. But Trossard. But just like, come on, like just watching the game and watching his impact, like it's been unreal. Like we defaulted to Trossard in our last game more than Saka, like way more than Saka.
Yeah, like, well, that's what was this last game, by the way. This Aston Villa game for me, tactically, offensively, was an anomaly. We never ever go down the left, and you see the charts on the Premier League during the game, and we're like 61% down the left, 14% down the right. I'm like, what? And then 31 through the center or something. And like,
and Trossard was one in that first half. Trossard for me was one of the only guys that was really on it from the first half as well, and he's been doing that this season. And I think why give him an 8 as well? I think Trossard has always been a guy coming off the bench. He would be absolutely Trossardinho. But this season, it doesn't matter if he's coming off the bench or he's starting. He's just really good. To the point where if you told me, would you take Trossard for Yildiz right now? I'm saying no.
Ooh,
not right now.
Yeah,
like this version of this, like to win, like this version of Trossard, he continues playing like this, I will just freaking get Yildiz in the summer, bro. Like I am not trading this version of Trossard.
Back in the days when we were arguing with Liverpool fans at the start of the season, and I was talking about how Arsenal had better squad depth, and I said Trossard, and then they literally laughed at me when I said that Trossard was better than Rio Nakamura.
They on
Rio just scored a winner against Newcastle. What are you talking about? Leandro Trossard, he's shit.
I mean,
I'm like,
yeah, no. I mean, to be honest with you, on what you might call it, on Judge Mo's channel, they were saying, Paz, big up to Paz. He was on there. He's a new content creator as well. He's been featuring on their channels a lot, on both Mo's channel and Hassam's channel. Paz was like, he put out a question, and he said, who's more technical, Trossard or Doku? And people were like, Doku, 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 Doku. And it's like, I don't understand. People don't really understand how technical Trossard is. Like, he's extremely technical. Like, his dribbling ability is really good. He's not like this pace merchant. He doesn't do step overs all the time, but his ability to stop, start, beat his man, his right foot, left foot finish. The guy is really good, technically gifted footballer. So, and he's playing to his potential this season. So, yeah, man, I think I'd give Trossard an 8.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. You know what? To be honest, I think we're in agreement on most things. I think Trossard's been really like. I've been having. To be honest, I've had a very hard time getting my head around it because I'm such a guy who's, as you know, I've said all the time, like wanting to see Eze play there.
Yeah.
Like I still like see Eze as the superstar player, and I'm like, why isn't he not playing? And the simple fact of the matter is, Trossard has been an 8.
Yeah. Trossard's he's just too
and
good
that
right now.
and that, by the way, brings me. Wait, 1 second.
You gonna do
Here we go.
Eze? Eze this season?
Yeah,
6.
remember there have been moments in there. There's so many different parts to this.
Yeah. Sandy said, "Well said." I hope, I don't know if it was for me or for you,
That was
but
for you. It was for
thanks.
you. It was for you.
Thanks, man.
You're the one on the Trossard, dropping the Trossard knowledge, man. So
yeah. And Eze, I'd say 6 out of 10. I think he's such a moments guy. Like, he will have like an amazing moment game. And to be honest with you, before we signed him, I heard Crystal Palace fans say this. They said he kind of disappears sometimes throughout the season, but we don't see it because we're not Crystal Palace fans. All we see is the big highlights when he does something amazing. And I think there has been games where he's been pretty anonymous, and I've been disappointed with his, let's say, his ability to track back, or or I'm not used to having a winger who can't defend at all. Like, what I mean, I'm not expecting you to track back all the time, but like when you just completely lose your guy because you're not paying attention and we concede, that's just not something I'm used to. So that aside, this isn't even the reason. I think he kind of just he goes anonymous in games at times. But he's also like, he's literally given us the best moment of the season so far, which was that hat trick against Spurs. So I think last time we got a hat trick against Spurs, it was like the freaking 1940s or 50s.
Yeah,
like
it was Alan Sunderland, I believe. That was Alan Sunderland. Yeah. That was back in my dad's day. Actually, funny enough, talking to my dad about it, he was actually at that game. So that shows you how old my dad is and what era. He, like, Liam Brady was playing for. You don't even know who Liam Brady is.
Yeah, I don't know who Liam Brady is.
He actually used to run Arsenal's academy. He was the original Arsenal number 7. So
oh shit.
Yeah, legend of the club. Ran the academy for about 20 years when Arsene Wenger was there. Anyway, I got completely off the subject. For me, I'm really interested to see what his end of season score is going to be, because I think it's going to be better than whatever we say now. I think when we get to those games that are really going to matter, let's see what sort of cup finals we're in, where we get over the line, or he makes an impact, or Champions League knockout games. Like, that's one thing that I always find these. This is why when we hit we really need to do a proper show with everybody at the end of the season. I know everyone's going to go off into the sunset and try to, we're in transfer season already, but I want to kind of refocus, especially if we win it, and talk about the impacts everybody had, the full picture. You know what I mean? Because at that point, there's no arguing. Where I think we'll all be in like a sync about what this player did, what he brought. Because then, obviously, for me, I will agree more. My opinions will sound more like everybody else's because we would have gotten to the end.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think Eze for me is better than a 6, but he's not quite a 7. I think he's in the middle, and that 6.5. I remember he gives us the winner against Crystal Palace's old team. He
Yeah.
scores
Oh yeah,
he
he did that.
scores the hat trick against Tottenham. He provides the assist for Martinelli's equalizer against City, which
Mhm.
was huge. He provides the assist for Gyökeres's goal against Forest, the one I
Mm,
mentioned literally all the time. Um,
mm.
so again, I think Eze is a moments player, and that's what we bought
Yeah,
him
he is.
for.
Yeah, he is a moments guy, and that's
We
what we
bought
did
him
buy
to
him
bring
for.
you moments of magic,
Yeah,
and to be
he did.
fair, it's not like he's had zero moments of magic. I
Nah,
think
you're right.
he's like that Tottenham game, for instance, was at a crucial time. We had just dropped points to Sunderland. Gabrielle's injured. The old rival comes to town, and I remember
You
back in
did
that period too. We were sitting here doing, shows. Everybody's deflated. Like, oh, I don't know if we're even going to beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, God, let's not be fucking silly here. And I think that was. And by the way, that led us to, by the way, a week where 3-4 days later we beat Bayern Munich at home too.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, I thought he was great in that game as well.
Yeah.
So, for me, I think he's a 6.5, and if I'm going to choose between 6 and 7, I think he's closer to 7 than he is 6. I think
I'm happy.
he
I'm
hasn't
happy with.
played.
I'm happy
Yeah,
with 6.5.
yeah. I think for me,
I don't
6 is too
because I'm
harsh. 7 is too much
because I don't
credit.
think he's been as good as Saka.
Yeah, no. But you know what I'm saying? Like 6 is too harsh, but 7 is too much credit.
I'd be
So I
happy
think
with
for me,
6 as well, but like
yeah,
I'm happy to do 6.5. I'm not upset with that take
yeah.
at all.
All right,
To be honest with you,
let's move it along. To who's
Martinelli, right?
next?
Has to
Yeah,
be
that's probably
on
has
the
to
left
be.
winger.
Yeah, I'm gonna inch. Wait. By the way, there are actually a few other wingers in here that we missed. Wait, where the fuck is? Do I not have Martinelli in my? Yes, I do. There you go.
Sandy says,
Hitch.
as a fan, we wanted to see squad depth. I feel as the new signings have made a positive contribution. 100,000%, bro. That's how we survived. That's how we
That's
survived
what
the
I'm
busy
saying. Everybone's been spending the whole time complaining about our new signings, but as a collective, they hit because
yeah.
if we have what the injuries that we had this year and without these new signings, we're fucked. We're nowhere near the top. It looks like last year. In fact, potentially worse because we didn't even
Yeah,
have
because
like.
last year we didn't have like these injuries in the first half. Like it's insane. We got absolutely battered with the injuries.
So
Question Sandy has new additions. Do you feel it have reset the dynamics? Maybe that's why we struggled in the attacking field. I think going forward we are going to click. Let's hope it brings over a trophy.
100.
To a
percent
certain extent, with a caveat. Last year, attacking wise, we weren't doing that well either. So I don't think it. I don't think it reset that much. To be honest with you, um, I just felt like the midfield and stuff just needed a little bit more understanding, and I think we're getting that. And some of the impact is kind of been immediate for me personally. Like Zubamendi was for me has been immediate positive impact on the team. When we think about the starters and we're playing our best 11, like the only new one is Zubamendi and Gyökeres, right? In terms of new guys that are bona fide starters. And I think obviously we're having the only thing is the Gyökeres thing having to adjust. But as you know, we say he's kind of occupying the center backs and creating spaces for the wingers. So he was kind of doing his job, albeit not the the 25 plus league goals that we want from a striker of his caliber, but he was still kind of doing his job. He still is doing his job, and we're winning the games. So I don't think it's reset the team dynamics. Honestly, I think a lot of the players have really like the new ones
Yeah,
have kind of slotted in pretty well. Like when I think of like the new guys, like Madueke, Zubamendi, Mascara has been looks fantastic, and Gapier looks good. Like even Norgard now is starting to look good. even though he struggled at the very start. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
I hope it brings us trophies. I think it'd be insane if we don't win a single trophy this season. I think we're just too good.
I agree. And look, back on the team dynamics, just on this comment here. I think the ones, and I think we need to kind of take ourselves back to when we signed some of these guys and what we were asking for when we bought them. It's the big two. It's Eze and it's Gyökeres, right? That's the ones where the team dynamics hasn't quite hit there. But why did we want Eze and Gyökeres? Because they were different. They weren't like everybody else.
Yes.
That's exactly what we said verbatim. He's not what we have already.
Mm-hmm.
So by that definition, we're trying to then fit in players who aren't the traditional players that we tend to have. That is why they're taking longer. That's why they're not reaching the expectation. Really, we should have seen this coming if we really used our brains.
Yeah, 100%. We wanted Eze because he's a difference maker and he provides something different, and we wanted Gyökeres because he's different to any other striker of the club. You're 100% correct.
Yeah. So that for me is that's it. I think everybody else, Zubimendi fits in because he's an Arteta profile. He's exactly what he wanted to have.
Yeah, Zubimendi's exactly what Arteta wanted.
Mosquera fits in because he's like a clone of Saliba, you know?
Yeah.
And Capier fits in because he does basically what Calafiori does when he plays, you know what I mean?
On the left, as a left back,
Right. So a lot of these guys are a lot more big up to Sandy.
100%.
Yeah.
So onto the ratings. Martinelli, what are you giving him?
Ooh, because the thing is, the whole season needs to be taken into account. Because there were times where really, I remember I was in the Martinelli Defense League. You can ask Hassam that because I got clowned for at that Liverpool game when everybody was on Gabby Martinelli watch. I was like, nah, man, he's a function in this team. Even you said, hey, I don't think he's ever going to get back to where he was before, right?
Yeah, I gave up on him.
And we need to remember at that one point in the season, he was in the mud, right? But as well, he has scored in every single Champions League game that we have played. He has actually broken the club record for the most amount of goals scored consecutively in the Champions League. At least one per game, yeah.
He scored in every single Champions League game. Every one.
Was our first UCL game Bilbao away?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. He scored all because that was the first one. The second, did he score Olympiacos? I think he did.
I can't remember. Bro has 5 goals in the Champions League.
We played 5 or 6 games in the Champions League.
5 goals and 5 appearances.
5. Okay, so the one game he wasn't fit to play.
Yeah.
Right. So
5 goals and 5 appearances, dude. This guy's he loves the Champions League. Because of his Champions League performances, I have to give him a 7.
Yeah, I gotta give him a 7 too. Yeah,
like his league performances leaves a little bit to be desired, but his Champions League performances have been out of this world, and we'd be absolutely glazing the absolute bejesus of Saka if he scored 5 in every game he played in the champs. So we need to give Martinelli his flowers for what he's doing in the Champions League.
Yeah, and by the way, man of the match against Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup as well. I think we all agreed on that, right?
Yeah.
So
Martinelli 7 out of 10.
Yeah. This one is going to be a little bit niche. Actually get that before. Here we go. You're gonna be surprised when you see this guy come up on the screen. Forget about him.
Oh yeah. He hasn't really been playing. I don't think we
should basically go on what you've seen, because for me, from what I've seen, it's a fucking high score. It's an 8.
No, I don't.
With what I've seen when he played,
I don't think. I said like the sample size we had enough. We haven't seen enough. We haven't seen enough of this guy.
All right, we'll
Like
move on.
he
We'll move
hasn't even
on.
played like 2 full games, like
We'll move
in
on
terms of
quick.
minutes.
All right. Well, we got another one. We're similar sort of ilk here.
Same. I don't think he's played enough. He really hasn't played enough for me to give him a grade. For me personally,
All
he's
right.
literally not played. I think he's had like what, 2 appearances this season.
So I'm gonna rattle off. Havertz doesn't even come on the list, right? Doesn't literally
Havertz,
nothing. All right,
nothing.
let's give you this guy, and then we're gonna get to the. I'm clearly avoiding something, right? We've gone roundabouts. Now we're going the backups.
Yeah.
There we go. Gabriel Jesus. What do you think?
Jesus, same.
Okay.
He just came back.
All right, fine. We might as well fucking do it. All right, Anton, stop fucking playing games. Give the people what they want. Here you go.
Victor Gyökeres.
My man.
Victor Gyökeres, bro.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
You know what I'm gonna
By the way,
give Gyökeres?
you said a definition, by the way, so I'm expecting a certain
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
For me, Gyökeres is a 5. 5 out of 10. It sucks, but he hasn't been above par. Like,
mate,
you cannot honestly. We've been defending Gyökeres. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Now it's time.
If it's
to
your
talk
first time
about it.
here,
No, this is the time we're allowed to do it.
Yeah, we have been defending Gyökeres. We're not hating on him. We have been in the trenches when everyone has been shitting on Gyökeres. We're telling everyone to calm down, to relax and stuff like that, right? But honest to God, honestly, he hasn't been the guy that we wanted him to be, but he hasn't been dog shit. That's like
got
on
7
winning
goals.
games.
He's an equal highest goal scorer in the Prem. By the way, and he was the leading before Trossard scored the other day. So
I think because he does his job and he's helping us win games, even if he's not scoring, even if he's playing a rugby with defenders, it's creating the spaces, it's alluring us to play our game. And yes, I do think he needs to work on his that first touch. Yes, he does need to get involved a little bit more. But I do think the team needs to get him try to get him involved. But I think halfway through this season, if someone told you that he'd have 7 goals, I think most of us would say you're a liar. We'd say he'd have like 9 or 10 at least going into the season. Like minimum. So based on that, based on his performances, I actually didn't like his Aston Villa performance that well. So for me personally, it's a 5. He's not shit, but he hasn't been excellent.
All right. I'm gonna stay true to form. Right. I think if I'm being fair, you're probably right. Right. But I like I did with everybody. Like, remember when we were drilling down Eze and I was giving you some moments one thing I do that I will always do is like I'll pick out every single time he was good in the season. I'll remember. First of all, you said, what was the score you gave him on Nani Madueke?
I gave Nani a 6.
Right. I'd say that Gyökeres has still had more of an impact this season than Nani.
Incorrect.
Nani has got 3 goals all season, and they're all in the Champions League. Gyökeres has got 7 goals in all comps. Gyökeres has got 5 in the Prem. He scored a double against Atletico Madrid. He scored a double against Leeds. These are performances that happened in the season.
I know, but they're too far. First of all, Nani was injured for a big part of that.
Not everything counts.
Nani was injured. Nani had Nani had like a knee injury or something like that, didn't he? Or hamstring.
Yeah, so did,
it was.
Gyökeres had a hamstring or something, yeah.
But how long was Gyökeres gone? Like, let's be honest, he's gone for like a month. Nani was gone for like 2.
I still think Gyökeres had a bigger impact.
Gyökeres
is a starter, right?
Okay. Let's Let's see games played. It's like if we're gonna do this. Madueke this season. 9 appearances. Gyökeres this season.
Please don't be in the 20s.
Dude, be objective. Don't wish for things. 15.
Okay, good. Okay, 6. We're talking about 6 games. No.
That's a lot.
No.
That's a lot of football.
I'm giving Victor a 6.
No, you can't give him a 6. I'm
giving
sorry.
him a 6. He's the
6
leading goal
means
scorer. He's the leading goal scorer.
Dude, he's the striker. Dude,
Right.
Anton.
At the end of the
be
day, he's still
objective.
scoring everybody else. We got the same amount of goals as Trossard. You gave an 8. This is just like
Look at the performances. Trust. Are you out of your mind? Are you
but I'm just
goal
speaking
counting
facts. I'm just speaking
between?
facts, though, Cal.
You're doing
I'm
goal
not.
counting.
I'm not making
No,
up.
you're doing no wait.
facts.
You're doing goal counting between a striker who's literally just occupying the Fantas and a creative, dynamic winger. Like you can't put goals like scoring between the two. Are you insane? You're
I still
being
think he's
so
got a 6.
shameless.
A 6 is a D. He's not an F. He's a D.
No,
His
a
6
six
is a D.
a 6
For
is
me,
not
a 9
D.
is an A. A 8 is a B.
No,
a 7 is a
no.
C.
A
Oh, well, it
5
looks like
is
a
a
6.
C.
5
5 is a
C.
pass. 5 is a pass, bro.
For me, I don't know.
He passes.
I
That's what he
don't.
does.
I'm not saying in no way Madueke had a better season
You
than
think
Gyökeres.
Arsenal Football Club, Gyökeres is doing more than par for Arsenal.
No, but I'm saying if we
listen to what I
put
just said.
Madueke at 6,
Do you think
then Gyökeres
Gyökeres?
is at least a 6.
No, he's not, dude. Come on. Like, be honest. He's not.
Then Madueke is not a 6.
Madueke is a 6. Because Madueke, and you need to look at what Madueke did for us. When Bukayo Saka was injured, he literally took up the mantle for us and had insane performances. He did not get the GA, but we watched the games. I'm not looking at the stats, but watching the games. His impact was absolutely tremendous for that time. We needed him. We don't get through that period with Saka being injured without Madueke. And as soon as he comes back from that injury, because he was playing extremely well, right? He's doing phenomenally well. He gets injured. He comes back and he scores in the Champions League, and then he does it again. Like, come on, guy. Like, come on, Anton. Be honest.
Okay, well, Sandy breaks it down nicely, so maybe I'll go by Sandy's scales here. 5 equals 50 out of 100. Nice, easy math. On that scale, where's Gyökeres? Would that be a fair indicator?
I think 50. I think he passes.
I think he's a lightly above. If 5. Well, me in the middle say 5.5. He's not. I'm not giving you 5.
So you think he's doing
Christian Norgard is 5. Let's spoiler alert. Who's had more of an impact this season? Christian Norgard.
Norgard is a 5.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just giving you
that's
the
a
way
4
I view it. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, he's 5.5. Fine. I'll relent to 5.5, but I'm not going to 5.
Okay, we'll disagree on that one. I don't think he's 5.5. I think he is like 5. I think he passes.
Oh, well, that's why we had different scores. So I will go back to my 6 because I'm saying if we're giving Noni a 6, I'm giving Gyökeres a 6.
You think he has been just as good as Noni this season?
Yeah, he's got.
Nah.
He's got 7 goals. I remember Leeds United at home, our opening game, right? He was. I
think with the opportunities given, he's had more opportunity than Madueke.
He's 2 braces this year, like that in its on its own.
No,
it goes out the window.
That's not it. I think he's done okay. He's done an okay job. 5 is okay. 6 is good. 7 is great. 8 is fantastic. 10 is legendary. I think he's done okay.
Fine, 5.5. Fine, 5.5.
Okay.
That's my final score.
All right, you do 5.5, which I understand. But for me, I think he's just on par. Like,
Hey, but you know what? To be fair though, I'd say we had
he's
negative
doing
Dan on this. He would give him a 0 or a 1, right?
like
We
when I hear
we
0,
bring
1s, and 2s, like I'm not having that.
if we have
Obviously.
Jordan on this podcast, he's giving him a 1, right?
Giving a
So
negative
at
1.
least, yeah. So like at least you know, like
He
me and Cal
passes.
are arguing over 5 and 5.5.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah. But he's a 5 for me.
all right. Let's move into the midfield. Let's go with Captain Fantastic.
Odegaard has
I think
been,
he's saved his score as of late.
yeah, he's an 8.
Whoa, an 8. You're just judging
Yeah.
off when he's been available this year, yeah?
Yeah. He's been injured for like a large portion of the season.
See, for me though, I can't have
And then I go pre-post injury. Before the injury, I was calling him buzzcut Odegaard. And he was absolutely balling. He got injured, buzzcut Odegaard, he got injured, got his hair back into the team, and now he's doing it again. It wasn't a fluke. Definitely.
I think there are too many games where we're screaming at Odegaard and being like, Odegaard, what the fuck? For me to give him an 8. I think I put him in the Bukayo Saka category. I give him a 7.
I think he's better than he's been better than Saka this season though.
I don't know. I think we're sleeping on Saka in that case.
No, I don't think so.
Saka's been available more. Saka scored goals in crucial moments. Saka has been the king from the corners. Saka changes games. Set piece at Ole, right?
Saka's
a lot of that comes down to Saka.
Saka's sleeping average is like an 8 out of 10. I think he's been a bit below. Like this is not like Saka last season, Saka before the injury. You know, this isn't the season before tackle challenging Saka. It's like the Saka's not. He's not at his like. Come on, like we know Saka's level. Like he's not there yet. You know, like Saka. This is like slightly underperforming. Saka is still literally better than most of the squad.
Yeah. See, for me, these scores this is why I like to do A, B, C, D, right? Because when we start scoring all these different players, then you have to sort of kind of be like, oh, well, I scored this guy this amount. Ooh, I can't score this guy more than this guy. You know, and then all of a sudden, like that's
why you have to do that for A, B, and C as well. Anyway, but
that's how because I can all kind of put them in I have like A minus, A plus, A. You know what I mean? Like,
you'd have given Gyökeres like a C plus or B minus.
I would have wouldn't give him a B. Oh, come on, bro. I gave him a D at our midseason.
D?
At our quarter. Did I say C minus? I think I said C minus. But I did not say anything above C.
So you think he improved that much?
What do you mean? Improved
C minus.
I didn't say that. Wait, I did not say that he was a B. I said he's not a B.
Okay.
So what? If anything, his grade has gone down since then. Like he was better before the injury, really, than he was post injury.
Yeah, he has been. So if he was a C minus before the injury when you graded him,
like I remember we had a moment, and even the biggest Gyökeres hater in our group chat. But I'm not talking about the main one we always talk about. It's not the Arsenal one. Charlie was sitting there being like, "Wow, Gyökeres has been great today." And Negative Dan was like, wow, Gyökeres, Burnley first half.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's
Negative Dan being like, oh, no, Gyökeres, man, he's turning the corner. And, you know, Positive Dan's like, oh, yeah, I told you so. All these guys a week earlier were saying, you know, I want Havertz back. So, like, he was just starting to change people's minds. Like,
but he got
first half Gyökeres. First half Gyökeres is better than first quarter, I should say. Gyökeres was better than second quarter Gyökeres.
But the thing is, the difference, and this is why I don't put him and this is why I didn't give him a 6 as well, because same thing happened with Madueke, but when Madueke comes back, he's come back at the level that he kind of left us with. Same thing with the Odegaard. Gyökeres, he's come back and he's not good. Like he's not great. He's not crap, but he's not great. He's just okay. He's an okay guy.
He just doesn't have the, like, if he looks, the performance are exactly the same, but let's say instead of 7 goals, he's got 15. then we're not even talking about it.
But the
But if
main
the touch looks the
problem,
same,
if the main problem is that you're not
right. No.
scoring the goals,
But see, that's where me and you agree. You are right to criticize him for not scoring the goals. But a lot of people be like, man, he looks so bad on the eye. His touch is so clunky. He's this and that.
but
And
there are
like, well,
players
that's what
like that.
he's
But there's players like
but
that.
right. But he's exactly. He
For
never he
example, for
always does
me,
that.
Moreno kind of looks like crap a lot of the
But he's a
times.
midfielder. He's a midfielder. I have
But
different expectations. He's supposed to be more technical.
no, but even in the midfield, he hasn't been he hasn't been super good. But because he's scoring the goals and he's getting these sick assists, it pushes him up a level.
Yeah.
Like output pushes you up a level. Like Doku. If Doku scored double the amount of goals that he did, he'd be the best winger in the league based on how he's able to beat his man. But he beats his man and he doesn't know what to do with the ball. Like, output matters. So if Gyökeres isn't performing like as good as we want him to, and he's not scoring, that means he's not doing enough.
Yeah.
You can't
All
say,
right.
well, if he just scored, he would be higher. Yes, of course.
Yeah, look.
Of course,
again,
if he scored more, he'd be higher.
Bro. He's been shit. I said it. I'm gonna say it one more time.
He's not shit. He's not shit. He's okay.
No, fine, whatever. I just said it because I know that's what everybody wanted me to say, right?
He
hasn't been good. He's not been good. All right, he has not been good. But I'm also not going to allow people to just take it too far and make it like he's bad.
I'm not
bad. He's never going to be good. He's a shit.
I'm not accepting 2 out of 10s. I'm not accepting that. But 5. How much time would you give Gyökeres? Aren't we still giving Kai time too? I'm not giving Kai time.
No. Kai's had his time.
Bro, like
Kai's supposed to be the savior, right? Like you cannot wait till he comes play. I actually cannot wait. Not because like, oh, he's some great player, because everyone's gonna get the reality check of a lifetime.
The thing is,
remember what he actually is.
The thing is with Kai, right? And I want Kai to do well because I want us to win this league. The thing is with Kai is that Kai's capable Kai's capable of putting together an absolutely phenomenal couple of months, and we saw that from him already. So I think he can do it again. I would not be surprised if Kai comes back and is absolutely batshit insane for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Whatever
calculation
is that's getting us over the line, I'm taking it.
I don't expect that for like the full season. I expect Kai to go through like a good few months where he's absolutely fantastic. So to be honest with you, the whole time thing, and I said this at the start. The reason why I wanted Gyökeres is because I don't want to have to wait. This is why I wanted him over Sesko. The reason why I didn't want Sesko is because I didn't want to wait for Sesko to develop. I wanted a guy to come in here and help us win now, score the goals now, because we have to win this season. So yeah.
For me, I don't think it's a development thing for Gyökeres. It's a confidence thing. It's about an understanding with his teammates. I think he's got the skill. He's got the application. Sesko, for me, still doesn't know what he is as a footballer yet. So Sesko's a bit of an athlete without really knowing what he's supposed to be yet. He doesn't realize what he's good at, where Gyökeres knows exactly what he's good at. Gyökeres has developed a skill over the last 2-3 years that that when he gets there, he can do it.
But he has been showing the skill though.
No,
like just
he has
raw. Like even if you want to say that, it still doesn't add up because just from a raw.
I would love to have. I just would love to be honest.
To
be honest, I just love to have at least one time this year where I see that sporting goal. One time this year where I see that sporting goal where the ball gets dropped into him as a long ball from midfield. He picks it up. He just dribbles like past 2-3 defenders and then there's in the bottom corner like he did Sporting.
Yeah,
just one time.
The thing is, he's going up
and I will be like insufferable if I give me one of those.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, Anton, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like you want Gyökeres to succeed a little too much, because I feel like I personally don't care if Gyökeres like scores another goal for the rest of the season as long as we win. I just, you know what I mean? I just want us to win. So whether it's GOONERS, whether it's Kai, whether it's whoever. And you know, and
I think
when you
it's less
say
about GOONERS the man and more about me being right. If you know that by now, you should know.
At least you're honest. That's asking a bit too much. I'm sorry, Sandy. I can't remember what's asking a bit too much. You think you're asking too much from GOONERS?
Giving you said Kai, giving you 2-3 great months in a row.
He's done it before, though. Like, he's done it before.
Yeah,
like,
he's come back off major
injury. If you've done it before, I think you're capable of doing it again.
2 major injuries, actually. All right, let's move this conversation along because we are over 2 hours and it's 8:45 here. And we can't be on here too long. All right. Can I go first on this one for me? I want to set the bar because I want to know what you say after I say it. He's a 9. He's a 9. He played at right back the other day, and he's still one of our best 2 players on the pitch. He's elevated himself.
I say
the best central midfielder in planet Earth.
I think
right now, based on his performances, he's been amazing. That's why I said, he is a horse. What?
That's why I'm saying 10.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. Okay. I was thinking between 9 and 10.
All right, okay, fine.
The dude played at right back and looked like one of the best right backs in the league. The guy's insane.
No, he's a fucking horse, and I was
he's mad
that he wasn't available for Villa.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right? All right, now that Negative Dan is not in this podcast in this grade, and we can actually give this guy some
Are you saying 9 out of 10? I said 10. You said 9.
But now we get a chance to give this guy his actual goddamn respect in a grading session. And Cal, you go first because I know you're going to do it justice.
An 8 out of 10. I think he has been phenomenal and embedded into the team. I think he's transformed our midfield. I think he's the most underrated signing of the summer. And, you know, if you know ball, you know that he's better than Partey. Sorry, calling out all the Partey lovers. The dude's insane.
I mean,
the dude's
okay. No, I'm not going to say at this point on air.
He's not a normal guy.
I'll say minimum about Partey, and maybe that's a very low bar. Partey shouldn't even be in society right now, let alone starting for Arsenal in midfield. And I've said a little bit too much. All right, now we're gonna have fun. The polarizing one, especially when it comes to this podcast. Up next. It's very hard to grade because he's playing so many different positions. This is the hardest to grade, I think.
7.
7, I'd say 7.5.
As much as he annoys
I've been
me,
harsh.
He's been too clutch.
Yeah.
If you're a fan, you know that we've not been Mikel Moreno's fans this season because sometimes he's just so hard to watch at times, but he has been way too clutch and way too important this season in terms of clutch goals, clutch assists for him to be anything less than a 7. To be honest.
Yeah, Brad, 7.5 is too much. Okay, I've just realized I gave Saka a 7. So yeah, I'd give Moreno a 7 too. Yeah, it was a lot easier than we thought it was. Really, guys, reality calls. Thanks for having me. Have a good day, good evening. Catch you in the next. Oh, thanks.
Hey, Sandy. Man, thanks for commenting. Thanks for being part of the conversation. We love it when people join us and like give us talking points and stuff like that. So big ups to you, dude. Hopefully we see you again. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Let's move this thing along to your favorite player.
Norgard, I said 4. I keep that.
I'm a bit nicer. I'm gonna say 5. He can play and start for Arsenal Football Club.
I think he can, but he hasn't shown it in enough games. I think his last couple of games has shown that he's capable of doing it, but based on his performance, not his ability, his performance, there's a reason why he didn't see a game of football when he was fit for 2 months.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's move on to the next. I think we're done with midfielders.
We were saying.
No, we're done with midfielders.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go with this man.
Califiori, 8. He has been so good for us this season. It's kind of scary, like how much he's leveled up. Like I was kind of based on his last season performances and I was picking up these niggles. He's been a little bit more fit this season, and he's putting together the performances that we want him to put on. The guy's like, he's an enigma. Like I don't think there's a left back in world football that plays like him. Dude's popping up at right wing, like giving Saka the ball, playing off Saka sometimes. Like the guy's like insane, and he has a really good cross on him. Really good cross, really good at the overlap. He overlaps and inverts. He's like the only one that could actually do both based on the requirements that we need. So yeah, he's a bit of a unicorn. He's been great for us this season. He's gotten better in one-on-one defending. Last season he was looking like Zinchenko defending. This season he's leveled up. So
Well, Zinchenko, that's harsh. But like, we lucky we didn't have a podcast.
We knew what time it was when we saw Zinchenko one-on-one.
Yeah, bro. Like we're Zinchenko is lucky that there was no fire them cannons when because
I love Zinchenko for his ball playing ability, but defensively,
Oh wait, 1 second. I was supposed to do Incapie, but I just realized that he is missing a picture. So I was trying to smoothly get it in, but anyway, I didn't do Calgary myself. I gotta say he's a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I think he's actually been. Yeah, he's been amazing. I still think back to that Bayern game when Lewis Skelly was getting roasted for half the game, and then he comes in at halftime, and then you're like, okay, yeah, this is the levels.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, yeah, you know what this man is. He's been good.
We have to talk about MLS. Shit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come back and we revisit Piero. Oh, we'll talk about MLS first. All right, let's see if I can get that Incapie graphic in before that. But let's do Miles Lewis Skelly.
4.
See, I'll have to say 5. I think 5 is the floor for me. I've been very critical of MLS to the point where even Cal lost his shit at me when I was going on him.
Yeah, you said he wasn't good enough and stuff. I was going crazy because I think he has the potential to be one of the best left backs.
I think he does. Of course, he does have the potential, but I'm talking about what
this
I've seen
season,
so far.
bro.
If you asked me that question last year,
points, bro. Like this guy single-handedly.
The Villa game. People are always blaming Odegaard.
Points and games like single-handedly. That's a big indictment for me.
Sunderland and Villa.
Like you can't be doing that for me.
That's 3 points. So that's a win that became a draw and a draw that became a loss. That's for me at least. That for me, Chelsea as well. I felt he did too.
For me, that means you're not par. And this is why I feel I rate the 5 out of 10s pretty highly, and I think that's probably where me and you differ, because I think par for Arsenal Football Club is a good player. Like par for Arsenal is good. Like MLS has not been good this season.
He is very. You know what? I think you're right, because I've just counted. That's about 5 points, I think, in the league that he's dropped.
And I love this guy so much. I love MLS. I think he needs to go on loan.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the last part. Oh yes, I got it.
He needs to develop. He's a young boy.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with you.
And he needs his confidence back.
I did it. I think he's going to be more
achieving. Positions slip away. He's seeing he didn't get called up for England, and he's seeing that sort of stuff, and he's kind of losing. He's probably
lost his spot to Nico O'Reilly. Like he needs to Nico O'Reilly at Man City,
which is something I don't agree with Tuchel, because Tuchel
big up Kenny, first time commentator goes, that's harsh.
Says that's harsh. Yeah, it's a bit harsh, but I think I rate 5 out of 10 pretty highly. I think far means you're good enough to play for Arsenal. And
Victor
even
Gyökeres is now looking a lot better now after you've rated Norgard and MLS.
yeah, I think this is what I mean. Like, I think he has not been good enough this season. Crucial mistakes, crucial. Like when he's coming on, getting absolutely cooked by no-name wingers that I don't even know, like out of position for counterattacks over and over and over again. At certain games, like we're seeing teams change their tactics, so they're like.
By the way,
So
last season
he also
was a negative impact. By the time many times he got sent off, that always gets skimmed over. By the way,
like to be honest, like last year's red, like some of those cards, like let's be honest.
Yeah, I know, but still.
But I'm saying like this season, like when I'm seeing multiple teams target you,
This is where I agree, Kenny. This is where I agree. This is where I give him credit.
Sorry,
I spot on.
He's a midfielder, not a defender. Yeah, 100%. But I can't judge him on a position that he's not playing. That I'm not seeing for the football club. Sorry, I can't do it. I have to judge it based on what I've seen, and he hasn't been good enough. I think he needs to go on loan, and he needs to get his confidence back.
Finally got his little image in. We're working around behind the scenes.
And Capier,
I think he stepped in for a big period of time where when Gabriel was out. You know what I mean? He kept he had a few bad moments, but I think for the most part he steadied the ship. I'd say 6 is probably bang on because he's not. Yeah.
He's floundering sometimes, but
I think his score is going to get better.
Yeah.
I think that performance against Villa, playing at left back, was very important for him for this season. Like if I don't know what the Calafiori injury is going to be like because he wasn't even on the bench the other day and how long he is because Arteta obviously likes to keep that under his belt. But if Calafiori's out for now, this is your chance, buddy. Lock that down because I said if he ever got the chance, got a sniff, as great as Calafiori is, I think the potential on Nkapie at left back is even higher because he's more natural a fit at doing it.
I don't know about that one. I don't think.
I
think Calafiori, based on what I've seen, I can't base on what anything I've seen from because you watched.
You also saw Calafiori play for us in center back against Palace, and he was magnificent. I think he was amazing playing center back.
Yeah.
So,
but for me, Calafiori is a unicorn, and if he hones that in and like Arteta can get the best out of Calafiori, he can be one of those players that just like Trent-esque. Not I'm saying good as Trent, but where it's like, okay, we have a guy here and he's doing something that you just can't replace. Yeah. I think that's Calafiori has the potential to be like that.
Yeah.
I think that's more valuable.
Hey, I don't think we disagree on Calafiori being a great left back. What I say is that Calafiori is a better center back than Nkapie, and I think that Nkapie is when he gets to his best levels will be a more natural left back. So if I was flipped them, I reckon they're the same level. They both have a very similar tool shed, but if I was to put them both in the same 11, by the way, it's been on the opposite way for a lot of the time when Gabriel was out, I would have just swapped them. I would have put Nkapie at the left back and Calafiori at left center back, and I think we would have been more solid.
I think that would have been more solid. Yeah.
All right.
Rookie said Miles will be in midfield in 27 or 28. Y'all don't get development. No one will be rushing Miles to play in high intensity midfield in the Prem. And that's why I said he needs to go on loan. 100%.
He might be in midfield in 27, 28 for West Ham. I don't know about it, Arsenal. Declan Rice and Zumendi ain't going nowhere, bro.
27, 28. It depends.
26.
Or 27, 28.
We're at 26 right now.
So that would be next year. He's starting. He wouldn't be starting for Arsenal midfield. I think he'd probably be maybe a more important piece, essentially. I think in-house, he could potentially be the box-to-box that Rice is. You could develop into that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's tough. It's tough. It's like getting into this Arsenal squad.
Let's move this thing along, right? Let's get to the man And for me, Gabriel has also been a 9 or a 10.
I think he's a 10.
Yeah.
I think he is proved like this is his coming out as the best center back in the world this season. For me,
Yeah.
I think you couldn't go higher if you cut like there's literally for me, I don't know what you can actually ask for like from him. He's doing way more than any defender
Dude,
gets
not
asked
just
to
in
do.
defense, in attack.
I'm talking
I
his attack is why he's a 10 and not a 9. His
right.
attack is
And he's in
insane.
just defense. We don't concede. We
I
had
think
to
he's
hit him
already
come off the pitch.
I think he's already scored more goals than Harry Maguire in the league, like in total.
Oh, for sure. I think off on defensively with him on the pitch, we don't concede. I think we conceded what was the time, like 2 or 3, but like with him on the pitch this year?
I can't remember, dude. We conceded against Liverpool, and that was a free kick, and it had nothing to do with him. And
we conceded against City with Haaland.
Yes,
and that actually was partly his goal, his fault actually in that goal actually.
And also the Newcastle.
The Newcastle one, and that also was partially his fault.
Yeah, also the Sunderland, which was I think people blame Raya more than him.
So 5 goals. Sorry, we had 2. 5 goals in total this season we've conceded with him on the pitch.
And offensively, he's been like insane. He's been an absolute madman.
I still believe if Gabriel ever got hurt, we would be chasing that Chelsea record. I think the only reason we're not, because we had that dodgy November and December where he was out and everything went to shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Rookie said definitely in Arsenal. We won't let him go. He'll be molded into a very good midfielder and have great players around him. Yeah, man.
Starter or just a midfielder full stop? That's my question for you, Rookie.
I don't know.
For me, I don't see him taking Rice. Zubimendi and Rice are here for
I think he'd probably
2029, 2030.
Yeah, I think he could probably be embedded in 27. But in terms of starting for Arsenal, I think it'd be the 2030s before he starts for Arsenal.
By the way, Rookie, on this comment, you're missing the twins that we just signed, who are absolutely high echelon in terms of young prospects. The 2 Colombian, Ecuadorian twins.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm Rookie, you're right. In terms of, and this is something that no one really talks about that much. The work.
Oh, he said. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, the work that that Arsenal are doing for the academy and what our potential looks like we're already seeing the next phase of what the young bloods, what they're going to be like for the future. Like if we hold on to them, it's absolutely amazing.
But see, so this is why it's key and why it's smug. Why I'm smug with all our rival fans, and I go, you better enjoy now, making the no trophy jokes because you won't be able to do it again. We win now. We set a winning standard. Then we bet in these young guys. By the time these young guys take the mantle, they're going to be in a winning culture. Can I give you an example of what does that? Manchester City, right? Yeah. But wait, some of these here's the bad news, right? Some of these guys, these up and coming guys, maybe Morgan Rogers or Cole Palmer, where we might somehow end up never making it into the team. They go to another team and they fucking become a superstar there. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have 1 or 2 of those. City have had them, right?
Yeah, City's had a lot of them.
And I think that's just natural when you have so many great players. But still, I think that's what it is. One of these guys are coming through the ranks and we're winning and we're becoming serial winners. And then there's an expectation when they jump in to keep that thing going. Then they grow those winning habits from a young age. I think that's why I'm so confident in us in the long term, big time. All right, we're not far from the end.
McKenny says English people kept putting Rice above this guy and Timber and Big Gabby are best players by far. Rice is definitely one of the best.
It's not a competition. It's not a competition. They've all been great.
Yeah.
You see the score that you've been giving them.
Yeah.
William Saliba. What do you? I have a feel like. What are you going to say? Because I have a bit of a different take here.
this season, 8.
So I was gonna say maybe there's a potential chance to be a 7, but yeah, not that you said 8.
No way. No way.
Yeah, thinking our consistency in defense and how much I was screaming for him when he was gone.
And as
Yeah,
soon as he
nah.
came back, we started to like tighten up those goals. As soon as he came back, like the
Yeah,
levels are
nah.
like
Yeah. You're right.
and
All right, let's.
8. And by the way, this is how good Saliba is. 8 out of 10 is what his grade is. This is slightly below average for William Saliba this season.
Yeah,
Saliba is an absolute phenom.
yeah,
Like
he's amazing.
he is like slightly below average. Saliba is an 8 out of 10. He's not human. Okay.
All right.
Like
Next guy. We got to keep this thing rolling. 9 for me.
Same.
Yeah.
9. And the only reason he's not a 10 is because what made Gabriel a 10 for me is his attacking output. I think Timber does everything I want from him defensively.
Oh, Kenny's got
If he was
10. I
if he
can't
was
disagree with that either. If you want to say it.
if you wanted to say 10, but for me personally, 10 means you have literally you're doing things I don't think you should be doing at all.
All right. So
And for
Rookie
me,
says
yeah.
said a few things. This one I want to talk about because this is interesting. Rice at 27 and Zumendi 26 or 27. Top teams don't wait to lose top. But here's the thing, right? Declan Rice, I feel I could look at some of the greatest midfielders in our generation. They go into their 30s. Like look at Modric,
31,
look at Cruz, look at
31-year-old Rice would probably still be playing at the football club.
Andrea Pirlo was world class at 40.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
now the thing is that'll be interesting is when Rice loses his engine and his legs, which is to be the first thing that goes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can he lean on his technical brilliance? I don't know as much as a Pirlo or a Cruz or a Modric.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, on the other hand, can.
Yeah. It's going to be very hard. And the thing about our squad is like a lot of them are entering their prime. For me, prime for a footballer is probably starting at 27, 28.
Yeah.
Like maybe 26 to 30 is like the big years. Maybe 27.
We're about to break the barrier for our longest pod ever, but to be honest, it's been fun and we've had everybody in this chat for this long. But we are going to wrap up soon. I'm trying to land the plane somewhat. Rookie, but I also got to make sure that everybody's comments gets reading. If we missed anybody?
Kenny said he wanted a 10 for Timber, which I think we're not mad about that.
I think that's fair. But we didn't read Yuki's this one, Rookie. Our academy is great. We do a lot of development loans because we have a lot of talent with potential around good enough. And see, this is why when I say that Ethan and MLS need to go out on loan, people think that's offensive. They're 18 years old. We're trying to look out for their development. If they're not playing at Arsenal, they got to play somewhere else. And we think that highly. They could be a starter for other teams.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know why that's such an insult for many people.
Yeah, look at Waneri. Waneri isn't getting any minutes.
That's a leave a development loan style. I would love the club to make that with some of our hot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Boom. Well done, Rookie. Great take. Remember, Timber is our set piece coach on the pitch. Have you noticed that? Yeah, I actually do. He does shove players right into the correct positions. I do notice that. Although I think a lot of them are just very well drilled. Gabriel does it a lot of the time. Ben White used to do it a lot back in the day. I do notice that.
For me, I said he's a 9. If someone says he's a 10, I am not arguing with you, dude. Like that's for me. It's
I couldn't disagree.
I think
with
it's
that either.
justified if you wanted a 10.
Bro, KDB was playing everything, but City didn't just let Foden walk. Miles is definitely not good. I agree. That's a great comparison, by the way, because Foden is a good example of being able to keep those guys around, letting him make impact in games, develop, and playing in big games. Foden had the amazing ability to be playing in Champions League knockout games, like Champions League finals and stuff like that.
I think with Foden as well, he could play multiple positions. He could play multiple positions as well.
That
helps a lot. Yeah, and he's going to need to be able to play he needs to develop more defensively.
For
If he wants to
me,
be.
for me, once he starts hitting 18, 19, Max Dowman is the guy who is more Foden for me, where I have to get him in at every single
I
game I
don't
can
think
stick him in.
I
I'll
don't think
stick
you
him
have to
in.
force Max Dowman in the team.
I
This
think
this
that
is
Max Dowman is going to naturally fit on the left
he's
wing
going
if
to
he
force
continues
himself
to
in the
striker there.
this is the difference between, for me personally, between a like really good potential like MLS and just legendary bona fide, like this guy can actually be the biggest player potentially ever. And when in Max Dahman, because
Yeah.
Max Dahman, when you watch this guy play, he comes on and he literally looks like the best guy on the pitch at like
Mm,
15.
yeah.
So like an 18, 19-year-old Max Dahman would probably force himself to play. Like he
Yeah.
will just, that's what Esteval, like look at what Esteval's doing at Chelsea. Granted that Chelsea squad's not as hard to break into as
He's
ours.
been on
He
really
forced,
bad form for about a month and a half, by the way. That
I
no one
know,
talks about it.
but he forced
Like
himself into the
really bad. Like tremendously bad. Chelsea fans are amazing ability. They big up a guy when he's doing well, but when he's doing bad, you don't hear about it at all. But watch
oh
Esteval's performances for Chelsea. He's been
yeah, I
toilet
wish,
for
to be honest,
a month and a half.
and I wish, to be honest with you, I wish we were like that.
Yeah.
Because even when we're winning games, a lot of our fan base are slagging off people and putting
Yeah.
the spotlight on.
Yeah,
Whereas
correct.
Liverpool and Chelsea, they just hide. They hide their players, which protects them.
Yeah.
We need to do a better job of protecting.
What do you think
guys.
about Premier Soccer as the head of development? I think he's doing amazing wonders. I mean, we were talking about Liam Brady earlier. I think he's the best since for me, like in terms of developing. And like Liam Brady brought through the likes of Jack Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey, players like that. Cesc Fabregas from age 16. So he was doing some incredible work. Premier Soccer for me has been the best since. So yeah, incredible. I think he has done a good job, but needs to do much better if we want the best academy. I disagree. I don't think anybody's doing a better job. Maybe
he's doing really good. He's doing a really good job, bro. Like I haven't seen this much talent and so much like actively trying to get these guys in. Like I don't know, man. He's doing a pretty good job. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, would you guys like our club to try a multi-club model? No. You know what? You asked that question, right? Because I'm looking at the Blue Co with Chelsea, right? That shit's not working out for me if I'm a Chelsea.
Oh, it's not working out because they don't have ambition. It'll work.
I mean,
if,
City do it. Like, for instance, like, City were able to get Cedinho
like
from
Savinho. Yeah,
right.
That's what we would do. Chelsea, they're like multi-club model, so we can flip assets. If we're doing it to feed us,
the City way,
to feed us, so where we could get our talent and actually have them playing. Like I think we kind of need one right now, because instead of putting our guys on loan, we can literally have them play as a collective the same style of football in a different club. Yeah. And then
I would love to
when they come over to Arsenal, they're playing the same football. And
I would love to use
I
would love for the Cronkies to purchase somebody. I prefer for the Cronkies to purchase a Spanish team and a German team.
Yeah, 100%. Or French.
That's what I would. No, I think for me is a waste.
Really?
I don't think they get. Yeah. I think it's a waste.
I think the French.
The French depends. I mean, look, Saliba developed in the French league basically when we put him on loan.
French league has I think right now they're what Brazil used to be.
Yeah.
In terms of talent.
Yeah. And by the way, big up Kenny. I couldn't agree with you more. Let's subscribe to this channel. It seems positive. There you go.
We're pretty positive. I'm a little bit more negative than Anton, if you didn't notice, but like, yeah, I still believe that we should be protected.
Look, to be honest, if you guys don't know by now, but watch me on the terrace. If you have, my head's in the clouds sometimes. So Cal's a bit unfair to Cal. See, I can do it. I can put myself down. See. No, he isn't. Don't get me wrong. With our top prospects are 0.01%, yeah, are in our first team. But bro, some other good talents have left. But that's not on Per. The fact is that you notice those are good talents means that he's developing them correctly. A lot of them, for instance, Obi, who went to Man United, and Heaven, who went to Man United, went there because they wanted to play more often and have 4 first-team minutes, and we couldn't offer it to them.
Yeah,
Like
and
for instance,
Obi wanted.
Heaven for me is better than Marley Salmon, who's gotten that position now. If Heaven would have waited an extra year, he would have, I think,
Yeah,
gotten minutes.
and Obi wanted like 30 grand and more playing time. And to be honest with you, like Obi has like they lied to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think we need a multi-club model. Is the next thing?
yeah, I think I agree with you.
All right.
I think that's the future.
Cal's turned me around on that a little bit.
I think that's the future.
Look, to be honest, the Cronkies have plenty of clubs, just not in the same. Like, so they've got like tons of. They have multi-club models in America. Like they own an NBA team, an NFL team, MLS team. Like they're in Denver Nuggets, the Rams, the Colorado Rapids. I think they own a hockey team as well. Then they own Arsenal. Yeah, so they own plenty of fucking clubs. But just I thought, I think, to be honest, I think that would be a Josh Kroenke thing. As maybe as dad moves on beyond, and Josh gets more of a, he'll invest more in the multi club, because for me, Stan couldn't give a shit about Arsenal.
Josh cares about,
but Josh does.
Josh is like, this is his project. This is his, and him stepping up on the board is a big.
I will give you a list. All right, we will read your list out later in the show before the end. We just got to get through these player grades, because we're heading up to 3 hours, which we have never done in the history of this show.
But to be honest with you, it's been a fantastic stream, dude. We're on 58. We've almost gained 10 in this stream.
Oh, amazing, guys! Big up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, sorry.
You know what? No. This guy's actually spitting. Big up, Rookie. Dude. Rookie knows his ball. I agree.
Having Obi.
Keon Edwards. Remember Keon Edwards? Kozier Dubry, Seb Ferdinand, Charlie Segot, Bradley Ibrahim. Yeah. But you know what? A lot of these guys, we can see how they develop it at the other clubs that they've gone to. Like, we have to kind of wait and see. Sometimes, these guys
I feel like when
they're young and they never really make it when they're old.
When I'm seeing them like try hard to sign like the guys that we actually care about, I find it hard. Like, I don't know, man.
It's hard. Like, to make it to Arsenal's first team, we're not like the difference between Arsenal and the clubs where they easily flow through into, like your West Hams, your Fulhams, your Crystal Palaces, right? It's not as hard to get into the first team. Like with Arsenal, it's just, you're talking about a team that's probably, as I've said many times, the best squad in the world right now.
And they just want to play way more. I think what needs to happen is that some of these players they just need to be on loan. And I think that's where the multi-club model stuff will work.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Hey, here he is to continue. Continue his record. I can't even hate Arsenal anymore. That performance against Villa has me a little speechless. I'm still praying for the downfall. Gabriel should be spoken about in the Ballon d'Or if this goes on.
Yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Our defender's never going to win the Ballon d'Or in our lifetime. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. But I'm not.
That's why we lay the stream. That's why we continue the stream so long. David could comment.
Yeah, not when the PR kings and like Mbappe and Yamal and those guys exist. It's gonna be, it's gonna be way too tough.
We got a few shots if we win. Like
at least Rice has like all of England behind him. He's like the prince.
Cannavaro did it. Well, I think that's the difference, though. I think Rice has the potential to win the World Cup. I don't know if I've seen way better Brazil teams than what we have currently.
Yeah. If Gabriel scores like a header in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals of the World Cup,
here's what I'll tell you:
and he wins with
makes the team, if Neymar makes the Brazil team the World Cup again, based off PR, playing in Santos as he's been on the decline in his career, they're not winning the World Cup. I know I said a lot to say a little, but honestly, he keeps getting into these squads, and I'm like, he's just not it, bro. Let Rodrigo, let Vinny, let Esteval, let like those players, Rafinha, let those players fucking cook for you. Forget about Neymar. That's my take on Brazil. I don't know if you agree, but
oh yeah, you said by I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's say Gabriel wins the Premier Champions League double and the World Cup. Well, that's what I was saying about
that's what it
Rice.
would like. That's the only way Rice is winning the Ballon d'Or. He has to do that. Like we actually had this conversation like a couple of streams ago. I think it was probably 3 or 4 streams ago. Me and Anton, like what it would take for Declan Rice to win the Ballon d'Or. We said like he'd have to win the double.
Excited. Everyone was fucking laughing their ass off at me like I was some deluded prick.
Yeah.
That performance, I didn't want to hear shit about Unai. Big up.
You weren't here for my rant. I need you to go back when the stream ends. We spoke about Unai Emery. I had my rant about Emery. I do not want to hear about this guy. I do not want to hear about this guy again. I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm not saying they should get into our first team. Hell no. Loans. I agree.
100%.
I think that's something we need to do more. Right now, we're using loans to just ship out Reece Nelson somewhere. And for me, Reece Nelson's not worth it. He's done. I haven't even seen what has he done this year at Brentford. Have you even fucking played a game? Like, why are we wasting?
I thought he's at. Oh wait, is he at Brentford or Fulham?
Brentford.
Oh,
okay. Exactly. The fact that you asked me that question says enough.
To be honest with you, and I think a lot of players, they they do a lot for Arteta and then they go and disappear. I'm subscribing. Hey, big ups to you.
Yeah, rookie. I told you at the beginning of the stream. I'm like, this 2026 is a special year.
Yeah, big ups to you, man. Love that.
If England win the World Cup and we win the league, surely Saka for Ballon. The thing is that Saka's performances haven't been to the level of Declan Rice.
Yeah, Rice has been the guy this season so far.
Like we gave on this stream, right? We gave Saka a 7. We've given Rice a 10 or a 9, right? Or 10.
Yeah,
I reckon 10.
Yeah.
Like the 10 on this one, right? The Gabriels, the Saliba. I don't really because he plays with Mbappe, so he'll never.
Yeah,
but
nah.
Right, but the Gabriels, the Rices. Yeah. I mean Timber, but again he plays with Van Dijk, so he's going to take all the headlines.
Yeah.
So like
the only 2 guys that are capable of winning a Ballon d'Or with Arsenal.
But again, the same thing with Gabriel. He fucking plays with Vinny.
Yeah,
who's just
the only people capable from at this point. The only people like capable of winning at this point in the season so far of winning a Ballon d'Or, that's if we win a double or a treble and they win the World Cup. So it has to be like something complete that obliterates anything that like we see from like Mbappe or
it's gotta be Rice for me. It's gotta be Rice for me, to be honest. It's
Rice. It has to be Rice. Yeah, it's either Rice
because in the England team. We've got a lot of good players. And by the way, the more I see Morgan Rogers play this year, the more I'm like, he needs to be my starter from the left. Like, and the more I see Cole, and you realize Cole Palmer's been missing so often. But I think at the end of the day, when they're all on the same pitch, funnily enough, the best 2 players on England is always Rice and Saka and Kane.
Yeah, Rice.
But Kane for me, again, in this scenario, Arsenal win the Premier League and Champions League. Kane's not winning it. So eliminate.
And by the way, even if Rice wins the Prem and the World Cup, I don't think he wins the Ballon d'Or.
But Bellingham, I think for England plays a lot better than people give him credit for.
But he's just not that good though. He's still not that good. Fake.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Right. Reece seems to have lost all joy playing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's. Yeah.
It's a shame because for me, once I remember. He came to play in Sydney, and he was ahead of Saka in the pecking order. It was ahead of ESR in the pecking order. It's sad. It is sad.
He had such the potential to be insane, but
Yeah, he never quite happened. That's true. Saka output has dropped. Seems to be rushing things at the moment. Yeah. I think it's affecting. I'm not bringing it up again. And Gyökeres's output too. It's affecting.
I think. It is affecting him, but Gyökeres just needs to kind of be in the right positions. What I would say, I think Saka has come to the point where he's becoming the guy and he's adjusting to being the guy. So by being the guy is being the person that has the confidence to take the shot. And because all these years he has been defaulting, putting stuff in the box, and we've been losing games, his mentality has switched where he knows that he's really good now, and he knows that he's capable of scoring the goals, and he's trying to do it on his own at times. but he needs to find that balance. And I think it's about him adjusting to being like the star at Arsenal. And it's probably gonna be like that for the rest of the season. Lucky for us, Bukayo Saka adjusting is still like the best right wing in the league. So
also, have you guys realized Saka mostly have to receive the ball with his back to goal with Odegaard return? I think he faces forward more, which means I agree. Again,
yes.
This is why, again, we'll keep knocking on the door until knock it over. 45 points mid-season with what we've put out. I'm telling you, it's 90 plus. The second half of the schedule's easier. There's more room for improvement. The performances are going to get better. Everyone's levels are going to raise. We're going to play more important games. Man, I'm feeling good. And I know it's crazy. And if David's still in here, he'd be like, hey, last week you were having a fucking heart palpitations because City were 2 points. It's only 2 points different. And now, Arsenal's going 90 plus. Like, I know what people have to come at me before they say it. Anyway.
Well, Eucharist the most defended man. Dude, we are the Eucharist Defense League, despite our...
Oh, rookie. What a backwards logic. He's the most criticized man at Arsenal right now.
He's very criticized.
So if that is a natural positive and negative effect. If the man is the most criticized, he will also be the most defended. Both things can be true. With the criticism comes a defense.
Yeah.
Like if we sat here and ripped, I don't know, name a random player, Moreno, right? Which I did, right?
Yeah.
Bet you there's a Moreno defense league.
Yeah. To be honest, most streams I see, like most of them, then very negative about Eucharist.
Again, rookie. I don't disagree with you fully because I think there's a world where that happens. But Kai needs to get more healthy and work his way with his own performances back in the team. He doesn't just get given that.
Yeah.
True. Really have seen our best haven't seen our best team and we're still top of the league. We were so close against Villa. If fucking Rice was available, we would have had it. We had I think basically 10 out of the 11 of that best lineup. No, 9. It depends because at the moment I think Trossard is in the death squad.
On form, if we're doing on form, Trossard is definitely starting.
On form, Trossard's in the death squad. In my imagination and on paper, it's Eze.
Eze has the potential to be better than Trossard, but right now Trossard's been a freak of nature this season.
But I can't believe that my death squad name for our best 11 hasn't landed yet. I keep saying it until it lands. But I think it's a sick name. It comes from Star Wars. Anyway. We move on, guys, to the players on the screen for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But big ups to everybody. I love the comments. We were complaining there weren't comments earlier, and now they've come raining. So we're happy about it.
Big ups, guys. Mascara. I think 7, to be honest. Like we gave Saliba an 8.
Yeah, but again, when you ever say that name, the number 7, I think of Saka. But from the standard of what Mascara does, he comes in, he doesn't miss a beat. He only had probably a bad. I even say a bad half. People say he had a bad half against Newcastle. He had a bad moment when he put the ball out.
Maybe 6. I'd say 6.5 because he doesn't have the sample size enough of a sample size.
Yeah, I would say 6.5. Because
consistency will put you higher.
We got one more defender left. Benny Blanco.
Ben White, dude. Have we even seen enough? But
he's had some really good performances. Like before he got injured just now.
Yeah, he had some decent ones. I'd give him a 6.5 as well.
Yeah, he hasn't been bad when he's been on. Again, I still stick to it. I know we criticize things through a lens and through a scale, but I don't think we have one player at Arsenal Football Club who, when he's on the pitch, I'm absolutely pissed off about it. Like, this guy's absolute dog shit. I don't want to see your face again.
Not anymore.
I don't think we have anybody like that.
Not this season.
I think some of them are on loan, like Zinchenko, but all right, this guy definitely needs a high score, and his score has gone up in the last week. Give a shout out to Arsenal's number 1.
9.
9.
9. Phenomenal.
Amazing. And
On form
last,
right now, best goalkeeper in the league.
yeah. That save against Brighton. And even the save against the other day against
The
Villa
save
as well.
against Brighton was nuts, bro. That was gonna draw the game. That was a game-winning save. How the hell did he get that, bro? Kenny said I think he said 7 for Mascara or Ben White.
I think he said yeah. Kenny, can you say if the 7 was for Mascara or Ben White? Can you think the timing of when I said that? Mascara actually stepped up a level. He wasn't this good in that Valencia 3 at the back last season. Diakabi was the standout. Shocked me, to be fair. Very good player.
Yeah,
I think sometimes it's not always when people scout players, it's not necessarily who's the best in their team. They see the potential. There's a lot more that goes into it versus like how it's actually played. Like I think eventually Mascara was going to be the man as time moved forward.
Yeah, people. I remember at the transfer window, we were linked and people were getting angry. Like, why are we getting this defender? Why were like, dude, like, guys, relax.
Dude,
like,
there's another guy that people rated higher than Mascara, Jarrell Hato, who's barely getting a lick in at Chelsea. We've been talking about it for the last few days.
Yeah, that was
so like
pretty funny.
I've
been impressed.
I was clicking on rookies. Wait. No, he isn't. Gyökeres will come good with that ball striking. There's no way he will flop. But he has been poor, but we blame everyone but Gyökeres. People saying feed him. Yeah, look.
We spoke about that.
Yeah,
I gave him a 5 out of 10. I said he's basically.
I think Rookie just gave you a combination of my take and your take in one take.
Yeah. He needs to be better. He just has to. He just has to.
Yeah.
But I'm not accepting 2 out of 10s.
I've been impressed with Ben White, especially 1v1s. Yeah, I think it's just a shame he just can't stay healthy right now. It's a real shame. Like, and people don't want him to replace the guy who can't win against Nick Pope. Are you talking about Aaron Ramsdale? Yeah. To be honest, Aaron Ramsdale at Arsenal is not the same guy that he is now. Like, I think he was at one point when our 22-23 season, Aaron Ramsdale was amazing.
We knew. To be honest, dude, we kind of knew. Like, I knew the moment that Rayo started playing, like how much more comfortable we were at the back. I was like, this isn't like
no. But before that, the thing with that is like before that, I'm like, why are we by Rayo? Oh, he's number 2, and then he came in, right? And then I was like a big Aaron Ramsdale guy.
I never felt.
And then when Raya played, I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
like people
were like,
play.
Dude, the freaking Ramsdale Defense League was off the charts. The only thing weirder than the Ramsdale Defense League was the Nketiah Defense League. That shit was like
Robbie's brother is in the Nketiah Defense League.
Dude, it's like, what are we doing, guys? But yeah,
big up to Nate. Been a while, my friend. But good to see you.
Big up to you, bro.
All right. Well, we have got one more player, and then we're really gonna close this out. Although I love the love that you've been giving, I think I'm gonna aim to 3 hours. We'll talk about Maresca quickly, but we're closing this shit off in 5.5 minutes. Yeah. All right. Let's do this quick. I remember for me the standout moment for him was literally one save he made in the shootout to deny Lacroix. The biggest moment in the cup. No, for Kepa.
Oh, Kepa. Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, look, to be honest, I think Kepa's a 6, 7. I mean 8. Like we're talking about in goalkeepers, he's not been that bad. Like
I'd say 6.
Only because he barely plays. But like when he's played, like there's not much of a huge drop off. Yeah,
he like against that Brighton game in the Carabao, like he was accepting a lot more shots than we normally do because of our changed midfield.
Yeah. By the way, Rookie, great point. All I will say is Mikel faced when we drew 3. Oh, I thought that was the day he died. I agree with you 100%. that opening minute, he literally puts on the back foot from the beginning, less than a minute into the game. I will never fucking forgive him. Oh, that was fucking bad. But remember, remember in the Liverpool game though, like a couple games before, he saved us a point in that Liverpool game. Salah
Yeah, he did.
should have scored about 3 or 4 point blank
Ramsdale's
ranges.
only good if we're getting pot shots every game.
Kanate should have had a point blank one. He
Like,
saved.
Ramsdale was not good if we were quiet for most of the game. But we have 5 minutes to talk about Maresca.
All right, cool. So good enough if Raya goes down. I agree. All right.
Wait, but before we do that, I wrote down all the ratings just as a recap. Saka, we gave 7 out of 10. We gave Madueke a 6 out of 10. We gave Trossard an 8 out of 10. We gave Martinelli a 7 out of 10. We gave Eze a 6.5. We disagreed on Gyökeres. You gave him a 5.5. I gave him a 5. We disagreed on Odegaard. I gave him an 8. You gave him a 7. We disagreed on Rice. You gave a 9. I gave a 10. Zubimendi, 8 out of 10. Moreno, 7 out of 10. We disagreed on Nogard. I gave 4 out of 10. You gave 5. We disagreed on Califury. I gave 8 out of 10. You gave a 7 out of 10. MLS, we disagreed. I gave us 4 out of 10. You gave a 5. And Capier, 6. Gabriel, 10 out of 10. Bola, King of Brazil. Saliba, we both gave him an 8. Timber, we both gave a 9. Mascara, we gave 6.5 out of 10. Ben White, we gave a 6.5. Raya, we gave a 9, and Kepa, we gave a 10. I mean, a 6, sorry.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? We did damn good. Give ourselves a fucking very good. Guys in the chat as well. You guys all contributed throughout. Kenny was dropping his player ratings as well.
Rookie as well.
Amazing. All right, let's all laugh at Chelsea for the remaining minutes of this show. So
yeah, Chelsea is Chelsea. Well, we all know that Maresca got sacked, and this is a clown show. It's an absolute clown show. I'd never believed in this model. I think if you're a Chelsea fan and you believe in this model, you're lying to yourself. You're sticking your head in the sand. I think you're delusional.
In particular is like I can see him having an evolution in his brain.
I'm sorry, dude. This
Quest bought into the Enzo project.
Yeah, this Chelsea project is literally about flipping assets. They hired a bunch of Brighton staff because they love the Brighton model, and they're just going to continue doing it. Maresca grew a spine, he's sacked. When Pochettino grew a spine, he got sacked. And when this new guy that we don't know anything about comes in, when he grows a spine, he's going to get sacked. It's just as simple as that. And I love, and to be honest with you, if you're a Chelsea fan and you believe in this project, I 100% want you to continue that belief, and I 100% want you to defend this model, because I want Chelsea to continue this model. I love this. I absolutely love this. I want you to continue. Keep doing what you're doing, because the less people we have trying to get titles off us is the more likely we're going to win more titles for the next.
To be honest, I felt like Chelsea long term was the threat from what they were building towards. Like, I completely changed that. I feel like, it's so funny. The one time people clapped at me for, when I was talking to Quest and I apologized to Chelsea, is the one time I got it wrong. That's why I need to fucking stick to my guns.
Why did you do that?
When we drew 1-1.
What?
Because I made a promise to Jesse. Remember when we were on the thing? I made a promise to Jesse. I said, like, that's my wrongest take. And it was the same week I did Anton right, Anton wrong. And it was my biggest Anton was wrong of the season. And I got bullied into it. Absolutely got bullied into it.
Bro, like, no.
Yeah, no.
That result didn't mean anything for Chelsea.
This is why I stick to my gut.
Celebrating.
I don't let people bully me.
I think the Chelsea's fans' reaction to that draw literally tells you everything you need to know about.
Hey, that was the highlight of the season. It's been down the toilet.
They literally would say the 1-1 win against Arsenal. Like, I literally heard them say that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Do you see
absolutely ridiculous?
Did you see the Free Care Lewis monologue after that? Talking about
that's been people been playing that clip over and over and over everywhere.
Oh my god,
it's really good.
I watched that. Remember on like Terry's on McKillen the game the first time, and I cracked I was laughing so fucking hard at what he was saying. 90-minute merchants. I'm like, what does that mean? So we're criticizing a team for playing hard for 90 minutes. What's a 90-minute merch?
I don't know. I just found it like hilarious that he says that the league's been rubbed out for years and we've been rebuilding. It's been rubbed out, but you're 15 points behind the league leaders. So it's obviously not rubbed out. You know
It's
know
not
what I mean?
definitely not rubbed out. We got 5 teams in the Champions League, all of which are demolishing Spanish teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not rubbed out.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
English teams are like on average are doing the best in the Champions League. Rookie says right now looking at it, we have done incredible things this year. Just haven't enjoyed it as much because of the pressure. True. But we need to live in the moment, dude.
You will enjoy at the end. Even I'm sitting here at the half point.
Yeah,
and
that's why I'm gassed. That's why I'm gassed.
And you
right now.
You're very like, wow, yeah.
Living, and that's why I'm gassed right now, because you have to live in the moment, dude. You can't just. It can't.
I feel like this is why this
we
show
all want to win.
3 hours, because this has exhaled all the pressure. We've reached that halfway mark, so we can sort of make an evaluation. And then you're like, oh wow, it's actually been fucking amazing, and we have such levels to go.
Yeah, it's been a good half. Very good half. Maresca was good. I really like the space in his stacks provided for his wingers, but Ekbali gave him Garnacho and Neto. Neto getting the lap. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, give him Estevao, but Estevao just he can't.
He's a child.
Yeah, he's a child.
Estevao can't have a drink in the US. Chelsea will definitely start top players soon, and I hope we do what Manchester City and Manchester United did to us in the MSR. Just take them all.
You know what I'm going to do? It's what I'm going to do, by the way, because all the years that Chelsea fans used to take Olivier Giroud and put him in a Champions League medal, or Ashley Cole with the thing, and Nicolas Anelka with the Premier League, and Fabregas with the Premier League. I'm going to be sending photos on my Twitter. I'll be Kai Havertz with a Premier League medal, and Moni Madueke with the Premier League medal. It's going to be.
But Kai Havertz won the Champions League already.
It's going to be sweet. No, but for me, it's going to be sweet. Like,
to be honest, Kai's biggest W off the pitch was him saying to the media that winning the Champions League with Arsenal would mean more than winning it with Chelsea. What an absolute giga Chad move that was. I'm sorry.
That's a great one. Dude, that's the anti-Emi Martinez.
As much as I freaking like, as much as I wanted like a different striker, like Kai as a personality, because I hate Chelsea so much, the facts that he hates Chelsea too, I really like that about him. The fact that he scored like a brace against Chelsea, like one of the 2 best goals that he's ever scored was against Chelsea, and that was it 5-0 defeat. That'd be absolutely.
That's in the intro of our show.
So
make sure that was there. That was a dunk on. I've got so many Chelsea goals in that intro. I think there's a pattern there.
But yeah, that's we're at the 3 hour mark. 3 hour and 3 minutes.
One thing I want to say before we end. One thing I'll say before the end. Man, I'm so looking forward to playing Liam Rossinha over 2 legs. We have got I don't want to get clipped up too much. What do you say?
We just reached 660 at the stream alone.
Oh wow, man!
That's really good, guys.
At this rate, we might get a hit 100 by the end of the week.
It continues.
You guys are the best.
But yeah, big up to you guys. We were on 49 before the stream started, and we wanted to get to 50 during the stream. We got to 60 during the stream. 60 subscribers. That's really good, guys. Thank you all for being here, contributing, and helping this community grow. We want to get to 1K by the end of the year. That's our New Year's resolution. Because we want to build a community here and just be objective about football, but be objective without being like bashing our own players.
That was one part that I missed out on this stream, but we would have gone to 4 hours to do that, which was the New Year's resolution for all the players. But no, it wasn't too much.
Yeah, that's way too much.
It was a cute idea, but we spoke for a very long time. I think that Carabao Cup tie thing, for me, that's the 2 things came to mind. Number one, they're playing City this weekend, but for me, the fact that Sunderland got a point, for me, just takes the pressure off that. I don't really care as long as we beat Bournemouth. Whatever.
You got robotic. Was that me or you?
I don't know if it was me. Are the Dawnstein files releasing today? Actually, yes, they are. I spoke to Terry this morning. They are. And they are going to be fucking.
You sound so robotic. You sound like
me.
I don't know if that's you or me though.
I don't
know if my internet's playing up.
I don't know. I sound no different than I've always.
I think it's me.
Do imitation of me right now. Do I sound like this? No. Okay.
Or let me
He plays 3 at the back, Rossinha. Oh fuck yes. Oh yes. Cal's just come off the screen, but he'll be back soon, and then we will give you guys a goodbye. Yeah, Cal's back. Hold on a second. You back? Do I sound like a robot still?
Hello?
No? Yeah, I'm here.
Better now. I think it was me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love this. By the way, love this comment. Why wouldn't he take Chelsea? They ruined him. Bang on.
Yeah.
He plays a 3 at the. I hope. Well, fuck yes. You see what it looks like with Man United. If
to be honest, Amarim is just shit. It could work. Amarim is just crap.
No, but look at the fucking center back Chelsea have. They can't even play a back 2. They don't even have good center backs play a back 2. They can play 3 at the back.
They're gonna play Cucurella.
By the way, who's suspended for the fucking game against City, and so is Caicedo.
They're gonna get they will gonna get obliterated anyway. They're gonna get obliterated anyway. Who cares?
Mate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fact that the Sunderland got the draw for me takes the pressure. I'm like, whatever, do whatever you want to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I'll be like, as long as we beat Bournemouth first, go 7 clear, have your fun, City. Like, you guys aren't going to lose every game this year.
And Rookie says you'll be all
we'll
yeah.
Be
hey,
here
big
all
up to you,
year. Man. That's it.
Big up to
my
you.
boy Rookie. By the way, comments like that, when we get with the inevitable monetization, will make you a mod for me. And
yeah, all the real ones.
I've got a list. I'm actually gonna keep writing it down. Like I will not forget anyone. Right now, my mod list includes Rookie, Nate, and Kenny. So nice. That I will never forget you guys, and David if he wants it, because David obviously
and the champs guy, the cup winners guy.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, he's gotten himself
and
he
joined us on screen. Yeah.
And if any of you guys want to, we do have an email. It is at firethemcannons, I believe at firethemcannons@gmail.com. Right. Yeah, firethemcannons Arsenal. Sorry, I don't want to send you guys the wrong email. Firethemcannons Arsenal@gmail.com. Send us an email, and then basically just say, hey, I'm interested in coming to the show. Give me your WhatsApp number, and we will hook you up, because we want to do the weekends, guys. I don't know if this weekend we're so fucking close. I don't know about this weekend because we have a game tomorrow, but we'll start again next week. Again, we'll do our weekend.
Our game's on Sunday. Our games are not tomorrow.
Sunday morning, but it's still tomorrow. We'll discuss if we're good to do it. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow, but I mean, if we're getting fucking subs like we are doing today, why not?
Today's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
That's 2 days away.
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. No, you look at Sunday because you're seeing it in the AM. It's not Sunday. Yeah. It's like it is. By the way, there's a Declan Rice update I just see on the Premier League thing. I want to see. We play at 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, so it's Saturday night. Yeah. Rice to be assessed. Okay, here's Arsenal's updates, by the way, live for everybody. Because Mikel Arteta. What? I break up again. All right. Well,
I think my internet's maybe cutting out, because I think you're breaking up really hard.
Well, I think the people can hear me, so we've got updates and injuries because Arteta's been behind the mic. Kai Havertz, again, we know he's available to play. Declan Rice, we do not know yet. We have another session today. Let's say he comes through it, and now that he's fine. Whenever Arteta's talking about he's got a session, means he's fine. Like, he's not having a session if he's out long term. So I think Rice is like in that Saliba mode where it's like he could play, maybe not, maybe it's a matter of days. Let's see. On Christian Mascara and Carla Calafiori, they are both out. So Hincapié is going to keep his spot at left back. So he's put Mascara and Calafiori in the same category here.
So it's Declan. Sorry, I didn't hear a lot of what you said. Is
So
Declan
okay,
Rice
so
fit?
so with Declan Rice, he goes, we don't know yet. We have another session today. Let's see how he comes through it and how he's feeling. That Villa game was too early for him. Rice is fine.
That
It's
probably
not
means he's
long
probably
term. If he
yes,
were assessing,
Mac
he's in
prob
training sessions. We're good. That's what I was saying
yeah,
to the people, right?
yeah.
And the other one on Mascara and Cal Fury, they're both out. So for me, when I see that, I'm like, this is Nkapie's
Fury got
time.
cooked. Yeah,
This is
Fury
Nkapie's
got cooked.
time to
Damn.
lock down left back. Would you not
Fury
agree?
just picks up these injuries, dude. The fact that he picked it up right before the game as well is
The
just
Brighton game, yeah. But do you agree? But we're back
uh
onto the Nkapie. We have to wrap up in a second, right? But back
yeah.
on the Nkapie thing, I think this is his time now. Because I think center back, we all knew that's Gabriel's spot. He was poor there. Let's time to pay him to make me not look like an idiot. Like he continues playing like he did against Villa. Maybe even adds a bit onto that. Adds some of those crosses, which I know he's excellent at. Put that into the repertoire against Bournemouth. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be away from home. Well, we'll have to see if Semenyo is available or not. And that's as much as we're going to say on the Bournemouth preview, I think, for me. For me, I'm just looking at a team that's been struggling. They're tough to play when you go to their place. It's a hard away ground. It's not going to be an easy game for me. I don't think this is going to be a blitzing by any means. But I also think they've been carried by one man throughout the season. And if that one man is a here we go by tonight, which Ben Jacobs is saying is a possibility yesterday, then I don't see how we don't beat Bournemouth on the weekend. What about you, Cal? And then we'll finish.
I had to listen to you on the freaking on the actual YouTube because you were
so you know it works. All right.
Yeah, and it works. It's just I don't know, something with my StreamYard is weird. But I think last thing I heard is you're saying that Nkapie, you don't want a bozo moment from him. And something like that.
No,
But
I want him to add crosses to his game.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think he has been doing that a bit.
This is a chance to lock down. That's the idea. This is Cal Fio's out. It's his time to shine. That's my main premise.
I just don't. I don't want, like, if he makes another mistake to cost us a game.
I don't think he'll do it from left back. Don't think he'll do it from left back. But hey, if Semenyo is playing, he have the ultimate fucking challenge.
Semenyo's in Mbappe. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he'll be fine. Yeah. It's not. He's not Kvaratskhelia. He's not like.
That's what you said earlier.
Yeah. He's not Kvaratskhelia. He's not even this other guy that they have on the right wing. Who's amazing. PSG. That kid.
Dembele.
Desiree Doué.
Doué, yeah. Ooh,
and you're breaking up again. I think it's time for me to wrap up.
I think it's time for us to end the stream. All right, let's finish off. I think that was kind of. I wish we could have had more time for the Bournemouth, but the engagement today was amazing. I'll see if Cal's coming back, and then we will. He is. All right, so we'll wrap up, guys. Thank you so much. 3 hours 15 will be out of here. Out of here. Is Cal struggling to come back up on the screen? For me, I see Arsenal winning by, I say 1-0 or 2-0. I'm going to be more optimistic and say 2-0. And I do think we keep a clean sheet away from home if Gabriel plays all 90 minutes. Cal is struggling to come back in here.
Hey man, sorry, my StreamYard's cooked today.
Yeah, give me a prediction and let's end this bad boy. 15 seconds.
Prediction. 2-0 Arsenal.
Oh, we're always in sync. I said 2-0 or 1-0, and I said we're not conceding if Gabriel plays 90.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's 2-1 because we always giving up these charity goals lately, and it's pissing me off.
I feel like this is going to be the first full 90 for both of them. We don't concede. Semenyo in a spliff.
Unless Semenyo is in the Man City kit, which is also a possibility. So
I mean, is he just going to leave before the game?
If it's a here we go, he's not playing. Like his agents won't let him play.
Well, that's good for us, but yeah. Right.
All right, guys. It's been another legendary stream. What a great way to kick off 2026. It was a bit of a late bloomer today. We were quiet for the first hour or so in the chat, but then it exploded like a New Year's fireworks. So
big up to Rookie. Big up to PG. PG the cat. The even cat. Big up to Nate, who always says hi. Big up to Kenny. And thanks to Kenny. Kenny also said us telling people to subscribe, which is a really, really nice from him. Big up to David.
So did Rookie. So did
Rookie as well.
Big up to the magic
David.
Words. You get the streak alive. My mom.
And big up to Sandy. He was here for a bit.
Sandy was here to start. Sandy was the party starter today.
And Tyrell as well, who's the first person to say hey. So yeah. Big ups to you guys. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Come on, you Gunners. Anton, Cal.